Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
The biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest.
Yes! I love that!
It's called a promo,
Shut
kid.
your
And
mouth,
if you want
John.
to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.
Acknowledge me. These people, these are all my people because they acknowledge me. Let me talk to you. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Me and my hot husband are the greatest wrestling couple of all time.
Make sure he hoards all that money so he can give it to all the new ex-WWE guys he keeps bringing in. That can't lace my goddamn boots!
But wait a minute, at one point that would have been you and your...
Everything I touch turns to gold. There is nothing I can't do.
You can't see him anymore.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest.
There it is. Welcome back to another episode, a special holiday episode of the Budget Cut Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com and MT Darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow him on Twitch. Make sure you follow him on Twitter. If you're not doing so already, the name is on the screen. Special time. I don't even special everything today, right?
Oh yeah.
This is a Monday, holiday Monday. We got Monday Night Raw coming up tonight. We got World's End that just happened. I just found out I'm friends with Javon Evans' mother on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know how that happened, but we're friends on Facebook. So I might end up trying to get an interview with her eventually. Just to talk about that, and a lot of news, man. We haven't been on in a while, so we missed John Cena's last match versus Gunther, and the backlash of that, which was stupid to me. Triple H getting booed out the arena, and now everybody hates him. And then let's see, shout out to Maya World, man. Maya World, the first
Getting signed, yeah.
the first wrestler that let me interview them was Maya World, and she just signed with AEW, man. So shout out to her. Just 3 years in, man, and like she just blowing up. So shout out to her, man.
Hard work and having a good attitude.
Yeah,
Get you places.
it's always love and respect on this end from me and my community when it comes to her, man. So congrats to her. Let me think, what else? We might play a little true or false today.
Okay.
For 2026, but if we got a recap of 2025, we got to talk about where wrestling is now, where Sports Illustrated got everything and what they got right and what they got wrong. So it's a pretty loaded show today, but we're gonna move through it quickly. So if you're not here, watch the replay on YouTube, watch the replay on Twitch. Can go live on Facebook because Facebook be trying to block me for the intro music, which is whatever. Because I've seen people just completely put whatever. People starting to put low porn on Facebook now. Like it's low key turning into Twitter, and it doesn't matter. Like they block me because they don't want to pay me. So, but it is what it is, man. Before we get into all that, man, how's everything going with you?
Everything's going good over here. Yeah, I've been Doing living life and enjoying a hot summer for the first time in my life. So it's been really, really good. I've been outside in some shorts and t-shirts for most of the week, so I cannot say anything bad right now. But yeah, how about you? How's your Christmas been? How was
Man,
your?
you know what? It's crazy you say that because so it sounds like you guys are getting Texas weather out there because it's been 80 degrees the last week and a half. So
Oh my
it's
God.
crazy because November and December it was freezing. And then all of a sudden it's 80 degrees for Christmas week.
We were in 70. We were in 70-degree weather.
Yeah, it was like 75, 80.
I was gonna say that's still crazy to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So and then what happened last night is we get a cold front.
Mhm.
So right now it's 34 degrees.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's stupid, man. Like this is what we go through, and you wonder why everybody is getting sick and coughing and sneezing and all because the weather is so freaking stupid, man. So but it is what it is. I like the colder weather. You know, we in Texas, we don't get it a lot. So versus you being from Maine,
I was a northerner for too long,
Yeah.
so I'm getting used to this hot weather all the time, and I'm liking it. So
yeah, so it's completely different vibes, from us. So I'm just trying to make sure YouTube is up and running. Looking on this other screen here. Sometimes it takes forever for the freaking screen to update. And last time we went live on the sports podcast, it told me I was live, but I wasn't. But it seems like we are. So good. All right. So do you want to start with World's End since that's what happened recently? You want to get into that? So your takeaways from World's End and your thoughts on the show.
So before we get to the show, I'll say the Continental Classic as a whole this year I thought was really, really good. And my standouts of the whole tournament were probably Mike Bailey, Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher was my MVP of the whole tournament. And Kevin Knight. I think that Jet Speed actually did a really good job with both of their singles runs into the tournaments. And I think that Bailey should get a really good push out of this because his match that he had with Kyle Fletcher, I don't know if you saw that. I think it was on Dynamite.
Yeah,
That was easily my favorite TV match that I've seen this year. It was phenomenal. But yeah, in terms of matches from the show at World's End itself, I was disappointed by the Okada Takeshita match for the semifinals. And I understand that they were just trying to set up a just more for the story. This was like the first match that they're going to probably have out of several. So this wasn't supposed to be like anything crazy. But I just didn't like the finish. And I thought that they were really starting to, pick things up. And I always hate when there's a match that I really want to see and it looks like they're about to start cooking, but then it just kind of ends. And that's what we saw here. So I wasn't really a fan of that. Fletcher and Moxley, I thought, had the match of the show. And I think another MVP, I guess another MVP of the tournament for me would be Moxley. And I really like what they've been doing with his character throughout this tournament. And, a lot of the tension between the Death Riders and whether they were going to turn on him or not. I went and saw a collision during the Continental Classic with Takeshita and Moxley in the main event. And after I think Moxley lost that match, and at the end, all of the Death Riders came out, and it just looked like mad sus. So I thought that entire journey was really cool. The finals of the tournament, I also was disappointed by, but I was very shocked that Okada didn't win because I was almost certain that Okada was going to take it home, and I think that might have also played a negative to how the crowd reacted towards that. I think that they were also probably thinking the same thing. But when Moxley won, it came as like a surprise, and it was like the crowd got hot for that. So, and the speech that he gave at the end with his chipped tooth was pretty wild. And I was almost like certain that he was gonna. You didn't like the speech?
Hell no.
I thought he was gonna I thought they were gonna turn on him right there, but they ended up just leaving together. So I was.
They should have.
Yeah. but he ended up leaving, so I was just like, okay. So, but Moxley's the Continental Champion, so the unified title is up in the air now. It had 2 legs, but now it has only 2 separate legs now, like the 2 toes. So, if we're going back to that that Don Callis promo from the beginning of the tournament. But as for the rest of the show, I just kind of thought that it was okay. I think on paper, going into this pay-per-view, I was expecting a lot more. It looked really good on paper, like Darby versus Gabe Kidd. I was excited for. The 4-way looked like it was going to be really good. What else? Yeah, that's really it. Like the Continental Classic matches, but that was going to take over a majority of the show too. So I was like looking forward to the card, but when everything got underway, I was a little bit underwhelmed by this show. Not saying that it was a bad show, even for like a underwhelming AEW pay-per-view. It's still a good pay-per-view, But yeah, I was underwhelmed by the show in general, and I think they made the right choice. They definitely made the right choice in the main event, going with MJF taking the W. Because I don't think, even though Joe only had it for just like a show essentially, and that was it. Like, I think that MJF, there's more storylines that can come out of him having the title. There's more just potential to carry the company through to All Out, All In, with him as your champion, I think, than Samoa Joe. So
yeah, I mean, MJF is the right move to go into 2026. No, hands down, no question. But when you take out 3 of the top performers, Will Ospreay is hurt, Kenny Omega is not the same. Who was his first matchup?
You would have to throw probably Mark Briscoe. I think because Mark Briscoe beat him the last time they had a match. So, and that was So I would go back to that, like as a short term thing until you can really start cooking with all your other major players.
TNT champ, right?
He is. But he's the one that sent MJF back.
I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. Where has he been?
He was on the show. He was on World's End.
Was he?
Yeah.
I must have.
They had a mixed tag team match. There was a very there were some cool spots in the match, but it was a forgettable, like just thrown in the middle, like 8-man mixed tag match that was there.
Is that the match where Roddy Strong smacked the crap out of his wife?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
And Claudio gave Tony Storm the little whirl around thing.
Yeah, I just don't remember Mark being in that match for some reason.
Oh, he was in it.
What up, Adam? What's good, man? Appreciate you joining. You see Statlander losing to Mercedes soon. I'm shy. I don't know why you shocked. He comes out and cut that promo he cut and basically just ripped into all 3 of them. And he's like the hottest guy. He's the best guy to have a title on right now. I'm sorry. Like, I love Adam Page, Swerve, but MJF is the guy. So
his next program is actually going to be with Bandito. I forgot, because Bandito won the he won the casino, not the Casino Gauntlet. He won a diamond. He won the Diamond Battle Royale match against Ricochet, and that was for a title shot. On the 6th, I think. So he's going to be fighting MJF on a Dynamite for it. So
all right, let's get into Bandito then. Bandito tagged up with somebody from what is it, CMLL? What's the promotion?
CMLL, yeah.
He tagged up with somebody, and they're talking like they're a brand new tag team that's about to do some things down the line. So what happened to Brody King?
When did this happen? Was this on the show?
Bandito?
Was this on World's End?
Pre-show, yeah.
Oh, it was on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea, because on what was it? On the episode that he beat what's his name? Ricochet for the thing, he was getting beat down by the Demand, and then Brody King came in to save him. So I have no
Bandito
idea.
and I can't remember who it was from CMLL. They tagged up together.
Was it Mascara?
And they beat Ricochet's team.
Was it did he have like a mask with no ears? Was it Mascara Dorada?
Don't give me try to remember. There's so much going on. Don't try to get me to remember details of the pre-show. Oh, Adam, I don't know when Edge and Christian. I don't know, brother.
I don't know what's going on with that at all.
Yeah. So Edge might not even come back, honestly. But yeah, just they and the way they were talking, they were like, well, yeah, this you're gonna see more from this team in the future. They're a real good team. And I was like, didn't Bro Dino have something going? Like when they tag champs and Brody King just disappeared and Bandino is a champion in ROH and now he's in another tag team. Like it was pretty yeah. I got questions about him, man. I think they just put him in another tag team and they're getting rid of I don't know what they're doing with Brody King.
I think he's still involved, but yeah, I never saw that part on the I never saw the pre-show, so.
Well, you know, I watched pre-show because of what we talked about earlier with Maya World. So it's pretty much the only reason why I watched the pre-show, because you had stuff like Eddie Kingston taking on one of the guys from the Grizzly Young Veterans, which where the hell have they been? And Eddie Kingston was like, dude, you was just in a championship match. And now you on a pre-show taking on the Grizzly Young Veterans by yourself. Like,
no, I saw Ortiz came back too.
Yeah, Ortiz came back.
Eddie Kingston, yeah.
Let me see if I can find his World's End Insider, bruh. Because it was, pre-show. But yeah, Brodito definitely came back. I'm sorry, Bandino came back. And let me find it. You said Dorado, right?
Yeah.
That's who he teamed up with. And they took it. I said Ricochet. I said that wrong. They defeated Mark Davis and Rocky Romero.
Yeah. The Don Callis family. I think it might have been just like a one-off thing, just to throw on the pre-show. Looking at it, that's my thought, but I'm not sure because it definitely seems like they're going a direction with Brodito and the Demand. So
yeah, speaking of Don Callis family, Josh Alexander takes another L. They lost to Speedball and Kevin Knight and Jurassic Express. That's the match Ricochet was in. Okay, I was like, I knew Ricochet was in the pre-show. So Ricochet took a L too. He's the national champion. We haven't seen him defend that championship yet. He's supposed to be going on indie promotions, and we haven't seen that either.
Oh, he has. He was in Rev Pro.
When?
This was recent. This was maybe 2 weeks ago.
He defended the championship?
Yeah, and he defended the championship on the show that I went to in Ohio about 2 weeks. So he defended in Ohio 3 weeks ago then. And he was in Rev Pro after that. But he defended against Ace Austin on that collision that I went to. So. Okay,
well, I give him that. But it's too many damn titles for one show.
That I will agree with.
Considering that, what did he say? Brody turns on his partner soon. Where is Brody? You can't turn on somebody when you're not there. And we getting Ricochet versus Jack Perry. That's great, man. Congratulations to both of them. Like, you see my reaction. Like, if they had a good story, I would definitely care because both of those guys can go. But I just don't. At least I missed something. Maybe I missed something. Why are they fighting?
Who, Jack Perry and who?
Ricochet.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I missed that.
Because I was trying to figure it out too. I was like, maybe I missed something. I don't watch Collision, so maybe that happened on Collision.
I didn't see anything from this week, and so if anything happened between Jack Perry and Ricochet, it happened on the pre-show, which I didn't watch. So if not the pre-show, then somewhere on the main show that I just missed.
Well, there it is. So yeah, man, it's I don't know. But going back to that Moxley promo that you said you liked it, right?
I thought it was good. It was a fiery promo leading up to him being a face at some point. So you spend over a year and a half trying to destroy AEW and saying AEW is yada yada. Me and my team, which is the Death Riders, are we're wiping AEW. We're trying to destroy it and yada yada.
And then you lose a couple of matches to baby faces. You get put in this tournament. Cesaro beat you in this tournament. Which remember last time we talked, I said they should let Mox take a break and Cesaro should be the guy anyway. Because he just a quiet assassin. He goes out there, beat people up, and then he don't say much and he leave. So what was that, like 2 months ago now? A month and a half ago? But so he's losing matches, and the Death Riders are looking at him like, okay, what's going on? But he's still cutting his promos like, oh, this just the beginning. This ain't nothing. We about to hit the final stages now. Like, we're in the playoffs now. Just because I lost these 3 matches and I tapped out don't mean nothing. Adam said Perry pinned him at the pay-per-view. So what? That's the story? Whatever. Anyway, so Mox, and then he gets in this tournament. It looks like he ain't gonna win the tournament. All of a sudden he starts winning. And then since you got nothing but heels in the finals, in the semifinals and the finals, it's just like heel versus heel versus heel. Which heel do we want to cheer for the most? So they just lean towards Mox because Mox has been the face of AEW longer than Fletcher and all them. So yeah, they just naturally kind of said, okay, I guess we'll cheer for Mox in the match. And then Mox decides to cut this. AEW is fine. AEW is all these guys work hard, and when I say my team, I'm talking about the fans and everybody in the back. What? Just you win a tournament and all of a sudden you pro AEW and you tried to kill it and destroy it for a year and a half? What changed?
See, I saw it in a different light. I think that's our two differences, because the way that I saw this was that so leading up to it, so Moxley was losing. He was on a losing streak. So first he lost his rematches against Hangman Page. Then after that, he started tapping out. So you start
Blood
seeing
and Guts, he tapped out.
Blood and Guts, he tapped out. Then he tapped out. And then he started getting himself disqualified because he was afraid he was going to tap out. Then he ends up tapping out a second time to Kyle O'Reilly at Full Gear. So then going into this tournament, you have a Jon Moxley that you just haven't seen before, where this guy is clearly like rattled, and there's a spot of sympathy going into the thing for him, because now every promo that he's cutting, you're seeing the Death Riders. And I remember one that he cut after he got his first win in the tournament, where the crowd was, or where he's cutting the promo, but like everybody in the Death Riders is giving him a look where it's just like, bro, you lost it. Like you don't have what you had anymore. So and the audience is seeing this too. So like he goes through the rest of the tournament. He starts winning. I remember I was in Ohio when he was fighting Konosuke Takeshita, and he had that loss in his hometown. And I think that grew even more sympathy for him after that loss, and the fact that he didn't want anything to do with the Death Riders. Like he just walked off after he lost that match too. So I think that combined story going into the fact that he barely made it into the finals, he barely made it in, because it was a logjam going into in the Blue League going into the semifinals. So he barely makes it into the semifinals, goes into a match with Kyle Fletcher, where he's been working an injury this whole tournament too with his leg, because of the ankle locks that Kyle O'Reilly's been doing to him before the tournament. So he wins the match against Kyle Fletcher, even though his ankle's consistently being worked on, and then beats the best tournament wrestler of all time. So I think that was where the crowd really started, cheering for Moxley, was that you somehow turned one of your biggest stars in the company into a severe underdog. And that was in part of having him go on that losing streak before the tournament started, having barely getting into the semifinals. And then when he got into the semifinals, still having to overcome, the greatest tournament wrestler that they've built Okada to be, So I think that was all of that stuff was what I think really kind of has AEW's done a good job in kind of pushing that face turn that's eventually going to come full circle. And I think that the speech at the end is really what was starting to cement that too. And I think that's like what got the crowd like so hyped up and amped up for him at the end. So, and that's why I personally enjoyed the speech. So
the speech at the end didn't help me. I'm sorry. Like, it didn't help me at all. It just made me look at him crazy. And then it made me look at the Death Riders crazy too. Because they was clapping and cheering. Daniel Garcia was fired up, like, yeah, let's effing go. You're holding them up on the ropes and yada yada. So like,
I don't think that's sincere.
Huh?
I said I don't think the Death Riders were sincere. I feel like there's going to be a Randy Orton evolution thing coming, you know, like the Triple H thumbs up, thumbs down thing. I feel like that moment is gonna come, and it's gonna be something very violent when they finally kick Moxley out of the thing. So
they should do it Wednesday. Like
that could be, and you know that's what they did with Orton, right? Orton won the title, and then they had a big celebration, and then that's when they booted him out of the group.
But you know why I get nervous and I say it don't make sense? Because I don't trust them with a follow-up. Because we've seen this time and time when AEW give you something, you be like, oh, they set this up perfectly. Because, dude, remember when we talked about All In? I said, yo, there's so many storylines that can come out of All In from what they did, and they didn't follow it with none of them. Like, they didn't follow it with none of them. Even Moxley losing, and he was right back and they was in a 6-man tag, him and Paige, after beating the crap. So this is why until they see me, what's good, Stews? Appreciate you for joining. So until they show me that they can do an actual follow-up from a good pay-per-view or something that they're leading up to, I'm gonna say it's stupid. I'm gonna say him cutting that speech after what he's done over the last year and a half, hiding the title in a briefcase, yada yada, and them clapping and cheering for him. I'm gonna say it's stupid. And then if Wednesday come and they actually do a follow-up, then I'll get back on here and say, you know what, Dark was right. Whoever else agreed was right. I'll eat crow. But until then, that shit was stupid as hell to me.
That's for wait. We'll see on Wednesday then.
It was stupid as hell to me. Just because I know the story that you've been doing that's been the most consistent story.
Yeah.
And then you turn around, oh, I won a tournament after losing. Yeah, you're supposed to lose. The crowd was supposed to want you to lose to the baby faces when you're tapping and all that shit because you've been destroying the company from within. So yeah, you losing don't make me feel bad for you. So everybody all of a sudden having sympathy for what? For what? You're supposed to want him to lose. So, and they're trying to do the same thing with Mercedes, it looks like too, with her losing. And I guess I don't know if they want to get sympathy for her and turn her face, or they just I don't know.
I don't think that's the same thing. Also,
that's why I say I think that one is different. But
before I get on Mercedes, there was also something that Danielson said that I thought was a really good line by him. Because Danielson, the entire time that Moxley was celebrating, he was very hesitant to say anything positive. Right. And the one thing that he did say was he's just like, this has been what after he cut the speech, he's like, Moxley, this is what he's been wanting this entire time to change AEW. And I don't know if he had found it before, but it seems like he might have found something through this tournament, is what he said.
Okay, so what changed?
I think the loss of the title. And then his not redemption arc, but his like.
What in AEW has changed? What has changed in AEW?
Maybe not.
Them wrestling hard in that classic tournament. They've always done that. So what's different?
For him, maybe it's just for him. It was a personal thing. Maybe he felt that people weren't going, because this whole thing was he thought that wrestlers weren't going hard enough, they weren't trying hard enough, that they weren't trying to be the best version of themselves. So he enters a tournament where he's like losing and stuff like that and ends up coming out the victor, but he had to fight and claw and scratch to get it back into the top position. And then coming out of that tournament, maybe Danielson saying he's just like, well, maybe Moxley understands, and he, came around to thinking that he got what he actually wanted. He got people to fight. He got people to act like, want to fight for that position in the company. Because that's what he was doing to everybody. He's just like, you don't really want this as much as I do. But going through a tournament like this, he's just like, a lot of people here want it like I do. And he's like, and this is why we do what we do.
All right, I'll give you that point because I don't want to sound like JD from NY, like I'm just complaining and not trying to hear nothing. So, if you got a fair point, I'll be like, all right, I'm willing to listen to it.
But in terms of the Mercedes, turn, I think what this thing is what's happening with her is that 2025 was setting up like the best, probably like multi-title run of a generation, right? And 2026 looks like we're on the setup for the best wrestling crash out by a performer, because she is just like, every title that she's losing, she is going insane. And I didn't get to see her lose the title in person to Red Velvet, but I saw the match afterwards, and that was a great match, and her crash out was pretty crazy. And her getting pinned by Willow and then saying that she's gonna fucking beat her ass on Wednesday I thought was amazing. So I like where this is going, and I hope that she I hope that she even enters the Owen Hart tournament this year and loses that too, like in the finals, so that they can like physically see her have to give that title up too. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the only way she can even give that title up, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
What other way is she gonna use it?
I don't know what to do with Mercedes, but Steven
she better have a horrible 25.
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
Steven on Twitch, appreciate you for joining, man. Thank you. He said there should be some type of storyline where the group is losing faith in him or something like that, but they did nothing with him. I think he was talking about Moxley when we were talking about Mox. Mercedes better have a horrible 2026. So we talked about Mercedes. We were like, hey, if she beats Statlander, which we thought was going to happen, and we like, if she just wins that and drops the titles, then she didn't do nothing for women's wrestling. She was being selfish. But here we are. She's actually dropping titles left and right.
She lost. Yep, she's lost what? 2 titles. She's lost 2 titles so far. She's lost the Rev Pro title and the Ring of Honor title, which she had for a very short time.
Yeah.
She did not have that long.
So it seems like she's actually doing the right thing here, and she's putting other people over. I still feel like if you're going to drop some titles and you really want to help the women, the independent shows, and the women on the indies, lose some of those on TV. You know, have them come beat you on TV, beat you on, even if it's Collision, have them beat you on Collision, right? That way they're getting seen, and you know, it'll help in my opinion. But I don't know what the storyline is with this. I'm surprised Statlander beat her because I didn't expect it at all. And the picture I'm getting is she can win all these titles, but she can't win the main one.
I think that's what it's gonna take. I think she's gonna lose all these titles and then be so desperate, and then she's gonna end up being like a crazy person with her only title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the AEW Women's Champion. But I don't know, man, it's going to be such a interesting... I'm interested to see what kind of character she starts playing when she loses everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because right now she's insanely cocky and arrogant and stuff like that. But I want to see like her just fall off and just be like just insane. Like just go crazy. Because I haven't seen that character from her. She's always been playing like it's either the CEO or the boss or something like that, you know? She's always running the business, but I need to see her, you know, go bankrupt. That's what I want to see.
Did she lose that first indie title on TV? I don't remember.
She did. She lost the Rev Pro title in Manchester against Alex Windsor.
Oh yeah,
so
you're right.
In England too. So that was a really big loss for her. Or that was a really big title drop for her. And that was a really good thing for her to do too. That was like really awesome. Lost it on TV. Lost it in her home country. So,
yeah, I forgot that.
Windsor's home country,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're definitely right. So yeah, never mind. Well, Windsor, ain't she part of AEW though?
She is, but she wrestles for Rev Pro. Still.
Okay, I want to see some no names get their titles back for their company on TV.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Because I'm looking at Windsor. I'm looking at Windsor as an AEW star.
Like they're building up other people in other companies. Like I know that they're building up Persephone. We've seen her in AEW a couple of times.
Yeah.
But they're building her up in CMLL so that she can be the one to take the title off of
Okay.
Mercedes. So other companies are definitely working on, people to take these titles off of her. But
Okay, well, keep it going. Good job so far of giving back. You got to give back. You can't just take the titles and don't give back. That was my only concern with her winning all these titles. Like, when it's time to give back, or you go give back, or you just gonna say, "Oh, I don't need these titles no more." So,
is there a title? Is that a title match, Adam? I didn't see if it was a title match or not.
Yeah, because I don't think that's for a title. I don't remember them saying for a title.
I heard Mercedes threatened Willow, but I didn't see her say that it was going to be for a title.
And then Willow got a title anyway. So think they'll make her a double champion already? If they do that, that'd be crazy.
Loses the TBS title that would be insane. Oh wow, it is. Oh my god.
The TBS title?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow. Holy crap. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh Lord. If Willow wins this match, holy crap.
I'm glad you brought up Athena. Because every time I see Athena on the main roster on AEW, the first thought that comes to my mind is, who is she making look good tonight? Who is she putting over tonight? Nothing else. I don't think, oh man, what type of storyline they bring with Athena, or I don't think nothing like that. I just think when I see her, okay, who she taking the pin to tonight? Who is she making look good? And I don't like feeling like that with Athena, because y'all know I love Athena. But that's how I feel when I see Athena on TV now. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I feel the same. And I think it would be very shocking if Willow won the title on Wednesday. But I have always been of the mindset that Athena needs to be the one that takes this title. I think that she should beat, because the first time I think Mercedes and Athena had a match for the TBS championship already, but I think what you could do is you could have a title versus title match, right? Athena really wants the TBS championship, and then also Mercedes really wants to add more belts to her collection because she's losing them. I think you have a perfect opportunity to do something really big and special, and then to also prop up Athena and finally get her onto the main roster where she should have been a long time ago. Because, right now on ROH, she's not really doing anything. A lot of people are losing.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's what exactly. But a lot of people are just losing, patience with her down there. Like, they don't care for her matches anymore because, she's not going to lose the title anytime soon. So, like, Tony's he keeps putting her in prominent positions in, like, the main event and stuff like that. But, like, it's time for her to go to the, the main roster. She needs to be called up, and, like, this is a good time to do that. If you're having Mercedes drop all of these titles, then this is the perfect time to start doing that. So,
yeah, like, she's the face of Ring of Honor. The only reason I will ever watch Ring of Honor now or go to a pay-per-view when they're here is to see Athena.
Yeah.
So I get, but it's time to do something else, man. Like, she's too good to be stuck down there. Then the only time you bring her up is for her to maybe attack somebody one week and then turn around, ultimately lose. That's and then they send you back to Ring of Honor.
And I think that's what
they need you again.
I think that's what Tony's kind of concerned about, probably. And I can't speak for him. I don't know, but like, that's your biggest distraction, right? That's the person that's selling tickets to your pay-per-views. That's the one selling tickets to your the live shows and stuff like that when you're having pay-per-view shows in venues. If she's gone, you haven't really built up anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You haven't really put any of that time there. And so, like, when she leaves, like, who else, like, what happens to all that revenue? You know what I'm saying?
So why, okay, you sent Thunder Rosa down there. Why you ain't giving her a chance? Thunder Rosa, I agree. AEW Women's Champion.
I agree. He should be. And this is a problem with spreading yourself too thin. Between 3 brands, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if Triple H was running NXT still, SmackDown and Raw.
Oh, we got some stuff to get on with them.
Oh yeah, we do. But like, but it'd be crazy. Like, like, he really needs to send somebody, like, send Christopher Daniels to ROH to run ROH. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody that's been in the company, that has a great mind for wrestling, he could do a really good job down there. You know what I'm saying? And just let him run the company and, you know, help build stars. Because when these people become big in ROH and you take them to where they've already established themselves, then you could just take them up to, you know, Collision or Dynamite, and you would just have, you'd never have a problem of not having enough people in your company. So
yeah, ROH is supposed to be the NXT.
It is. Yeah.
And it's just like you brought what's her name? My mind just went blank. What's her name? That's been off for a while. She was dominant in TNA. Deonna Purrazzo.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like you're finally starting to do something with her in ROH. But again, like you got Purrazzo, you got Thunder Rosa, a former AEW champion who can't get on TV on the main roster for whatever reason, and everybody loves her. She's in Ring of Honor, not doing nothing. Billy Kay, did I say Billy Kay? Billy Starks is down there. Everybody thought Athena and Billy Starks will finish their story, and Billy Starks will eventually be champion, but that hasn't happened. Like, I don't know, man. Like, Athena is too good. I'm sorry. Like, I understand she's a champion, yada yada. That's great, but she's too good to just be called up to a pay-per-view or Dynamite just to, you know, do a couple of promos, and then at the end of the day you lose, and then you get sent back down to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
She's better than that. I'm sorry, especially considering some of the people you got ahead of her in AEW. Just that's where I'm at with it. He said Nikki Bella becomes no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't, Adam. Not a chance in hell. But we'll get to them. We'll get to Raw soon. We talked about MJF winning the title. Anything else that you have on this show?
No, that was about it. That was my review for A World's End.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else?
I'd give it like a solid C+, I would say, for the show.
World's End was it's weird because so coming into World's End, I really didn't care about nothing.
Yeah.
Storyline wise, right? So I didn't have high expectations, but overall, I think the actual matches, besides Fletcher getting dropped on his head, which is crazy as hell.
Back to back future people, like what? Braun getting dropped on his head in War Games, and then this. This is worse though.
And then you see William Regal putting out tweets now. He ain't happy. But the matches were fun overall. I didn't really have a problem with the matches. I didn't like Moxley promo. We talked about that. I was happy MJF won because I felt like they should get him the title. Go into 2026 with MJF. That's your best guy right now to go into 2026 with. He said Fletcher should have won. You knew Fletcher wouldn't beat Mox. At least I thought so. That was in my mind. Fletcher wasn't beating Mox. Maybe people thought Fletcher was going to win.
I knew Moxley was going to the finals. I just wasn't sure whether it was going to be Okada or Takeshita meeting him there.
It's just, man, like it's too many titles, bro. And I'm still mad about this because you have the Continental Championship and the International Championship. You do Kenny Omega versus Okada. You get that match and you create a unified championship. Mm-hmm. And as soon as Okada wins that unified championship, you turn around and say, oh, I'm Okada. Let me put myself back into a Continental Championship for my own title that I already have. And then I lose that. And oh, well, because I'm still the International Championship, but there's no unified championship no more. Just
yeah,
we got rid of 2 championships and made them 1 just to split them right back up. And then even with Okada losing his tournament, he's still a champion. It don't matter. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have put any of this on Okada. I think
it's not his fault, but the storyline tells him to put himself in a tournament for a championship he already owns.
Yeah,
that don't make sense.
My whole thing is that why not just make this because going into the Continental Classic this year, I was just like, are they gonna even call it the Continental Classic? Are they gonna call it like the Unified Classic or what? Like something. And I was starting to like the belt. I'm not gonna lie. I was
a nice title.
I was iffy on it when it first was shown, but by this point, I've been very, very high on it. I like the design and everything. So yeah, I don't know why they decided to get rid of it so quickly, And also, like, I felt like it was a good secondary title. That was your big goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't
have any plans for that title, man. They just wanted to get that Okada Omega match.
It's dumb. That's just so dumb. That's such a dumm idea.
That's all it was.
They should have just made this tournament for the unified title. That's it. It didn't have to be overthought or anything like that. And I 100% am in the mindset that Don Callis cut that promo on Dynamite about how both titles are two legs to the same whatever he said. I can't even remember. Something about two legs. But I'm sure he cut that promo because that was just Tony Khan trying to respond to the haters and make it think like it made a whole bunch of sense when it never really did in the first place. I'm just like, bro, you just should have. I was like, this does not need to be for the Continental title no more. It's like you have a new title. It's a better looking title. Like just do that. That's it.
Nikki's not winning tonight, bro. I don't know what y'all on. He said, speaking of things that don't make sense, take that ring off MJF. Does he still have it? I thought they were doing another tournament for that too. They did. Yeah. But I actually watched an interview with MJF that he did recently, which he said something, and I thought it made sense because he compared the Dynamite Diamond rings to Super Bowl rings, where he's just like, if you win a Super Bowl one year and then another team wins it the next year, he's just like, you're not going to just give your Super Bowl ring to the team from the next year. That's not how it works. He's like, I won this Battle Royal 5 times. He's like, so I have 5 different rings at my house, which I call bullshit. But he's just like, I have 5 different rings at my house. He's just like, if Bandito wants the one, he can have it. That's fine. He's just like, I still got these other 5. So I was just like, I can get with that. And I was like, I like that. Adam, you gotta let this go, man. Edge and Christian are gone right now, man. you gotta let this go. But yeah, overall, I give it a B.
Okay,
I give it a B. The Mox promo.
Just not a fan of that.
Yeah, not at all, bro.
Yeah.
And until I see a follow-up, I'm not a fan of it. So we'll see Wednesday.
That's fair.
But because I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him, dude. They have let me down so many times where they come out of a pay-per-view and I'm just like, oh, they got this set up. This is about to be perfect. They could go here, and they don't go to neither one of those options. They just start something fresh. Like, so yeah, nope. And so until I see otherwise, that shit was stupid. I'm sorry. And we supposed to cheer Moxley Wednesday now, the biggest heel in the last 2 years. We supposed to cheer him now because he cut a promo saying, "Oh, AEW's this, and these guys fight hard, and we do this for you." You hid the title for a year and a half. We couldn't even see our own title, but I'm supposed to cheer for you because you cut one promo. I'm sorry. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Remember when John Cena randomly turned face on SmackDown? I was pissed off about that.
That's different. I think that all right. I understand.
But do you remember that?
I remember.
I'm going to Boom Wrestling, and all of a sudden, the fans and we love this. We love Cena. What? That's the same thing. To me, it's the same thing. Like, I'm sorry. Nah, miss me with that. You can't just cut a promo after you're at the top. You're the champion, and you're destroying the company within. And you're saying I'm gonna ruin wrestling and I'm gonna destroy AEW from within. And then all of a sudden we both cut promos and y'all just supposed to cheer for us. Fuck out of here, man. No, you got to show and prove, brother. You just spent a year and a half, and then the other one spent half a year destroying the company. One promo ain't enough. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he talking about MJF in the ring. He did used to use that ring in every match. I mean, but that's an old character. Like the MJF we get now, it seems like he's not even gonna really cheat that much. Like he's gonna do everything by the book. So he came out and told him, "I'm gonna beat y'all. I'm gonna beat," and I wanted to do a 4-way match, so there's no excuses. And he went out there and did it. So at this point, can't nobody say nothing to MJF. You said, remember when Shane was supposed to be at AEW? That's something the Dirt Sheet said, man. That ain't nothing Shane ever said, or I don't even remember Tony Khan even coming out and saying that himself. So yeah, but since we're on John Cena and we're talking about John Cena, let's get him on the screen here, because this was a lot of things. This was a interesting thing. People hate it. John Cena taking that L to Gunther in his last match, and people all of a sudden hate Triple H. They all of a sudden, I mean, Gunther's a heel, so you're supposed to hate him. But yeah, they're trying to talk like this was the worst decision ever. Cena should have won in Washington, D.C. and yada, yada. And I'm like, dude, how long have y'all been watching wrestling? Like, and then you're mad at Triple H, like Cena wasn't the one that called that match. You think Triple H told Cena, yeah, I want you to win, or Triple H told Cena, I want you to lose, and Cena was like, okay, yeah, I'll lose. No, Cena went out there and lost. He wanted to lose. He wanted to give back to the business. They're setting Gunther up, in my opinion, for Brock Lesnar next year or in 2026, because that match is going to eventually happen. He might be the one to retire Brock. And in the meantime, he might be the one to retire AJ Styles as well.
He's going to be the new legend killer.
Yeah, so you retired Goldberg, Cena, possibly Brock, possibly AJ. Who knows when Randy Orton decides to give it up? He might be the one to retire Randy Orton down the line. So, and it makes sense, because if Gunther loses that match, what do you do with Gunther after that? Cena's gone. So
just a lot of rehab, and you don't have enough time.
I don't understand why. I don't understand the outrage.
I didn't understand it. The only person that talked to me about it that I understood where they were coming from was a friend of mine who's not even a wrestling fan per se. He doesn't really watch it like I do, or like both of us do. And he asked me if I had watched it because he knew that I did, and I told him yes. And he said that he didn't like the ending because, you know, back when he did watch wrestling, he was a big John Cena fan, and he watched this because he knew that John Cena was retiring, and he wanted, you know, after being separated from wrestling for so long and coming back to watch it again, seeing Cena in the ring, he just wanted Cena to have like a good ending on his retirement, you know, just to remember like the old days. And I'm just like, I understand. I was like, I get that. You know, being if you're a latent like wrestling fan, then I can 100% having that having that feeling and wanting to see, you know, your hero, you know, see the sunset and like go out like, you know, like a hero. But like that's not how the business works. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was just like, you know, in terms of this, like after Cena wins in that scenario, you know, then you got to do like months of rehab with Gunther, you know, trying to like climb his way back to the top. He's not going to get the title anytime soon. So that's just going to be putting him in like programs up until like maybe this time next year until you can start taking him seriously again. And even at that point, he's still not going to be probably in title contention. Whereas now, this guy's just beaten, you know, you're the face of the company for a decade. And he's on the path to like have feuds with everybody coming out of this. Even the world champion, or CM Punk got in his face. Like, I think it was either this week or I mean, last week or the week before.
Last week.
Yeah. Like, so like you've made this guy your public enemy number one from doing something like this. And that is like the best that you could ask for coming out of a show like this.
Like you have a monster heel now.
Yeah.
That's there every week, because you can say Brock is a monster heel, but he ain't there every week. You got one now that's there every single week. And like this could lead up to so many things with him. Hell, Roman can feel some type of way one day and get mad. Oh, you think you the man that's going around here beating such and such? And, hey, I beat them all before you did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gunther can say, yeah, you might have beaten them, but you ain't retired none of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you set up Gunther and Roman, like, bro, like it's it's so much
like
you
stuff
do.
that like whenever somebody's in the room with Gunther, it's just setting up a mega reaction now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's
so,
what you want. Yeah.
And then like I'll make sure I mix them. Like Stu said, it didn't look like he was like, oh, I couldn't fight out of it. It's like he was passing the torch along. He was like, you know what? The way I looked at it, I told Get the Tables this when it happened. I said the way I looked at it was he could have fought out of it again. And he just decided, you know what, this man did all this. He fought his ass off. I have nothing else to prove anymore. He got somewhere he want to be. Let me go ahead and let him have it. And he just tapped. He smiled and tapped.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I looked at it. It's like, I ain't got nothing else to prove no more. Like this guy fought his ass off to get me in this position.
Mm-hmm.
So he can have it. He got it. That's it. But oh, boo, boo, Triple H, you suck. You want to be mad at Triple H? Be mad at Triple H for other things, booking wise. Don't get mad at the John Cena.
I was gonna say the John Cena thing was actually the right decision.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to get, if you want
It
to
was John Cena's decision, and then you mad because he put over Dom Mysterio the pay-per-view before that. What was he not supposed to put over Dom? Like, he made Dom a bigger star.
If you want to boo Triple H, boo him for booking WrestleMania at Las Vegas for 2 years in a row, and then Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Boo him for the Survivor Series card in general.
Oh man,
might be the worst pay-per-view of the year. Definitely WWE's worst pay-per-view in my opinion. Well, I don't know. We had what was the one on the first one on ESPN? WrestlePalooza.
Was that worse than WrestlePalooza?
Jeez.
I don't know. I think I was more disappointed.
Me, bro. I was mad.
I was more disappointed by Survivor Series than WrestlePalooza.
You know what this Survivor Series reminded me of? You remember when we went the last time we went live for Survivor Series? And I think it was the COVID Survivor Series when they did all them commercials.
Oh, with The Rock.
And then you had the Undertaker do his little thing in the end. Yeah, and we was on here complaining about commercials. Me, you, Tony, and Dave, and all of them.
Yeah,
that's how it was this year. And I was like, this sucked. Like the Women's War Games match was boring as hell to me.
Yeah.
And then that spot with EO, like it took forever, dude. You know how dumb they look?
Yeah, like
because the faces weren't even holding the heels up. The heels were just standing up in the ring. The faces was on the other side of the cage looking.
The only good match on that card for me was Cena and Dominic. I thought that was the only good match on the entire card, but everything else was really dragged down. And I couldn't believe how unentertaining that men's match was with the amount of star power that they had in it. And the fact that Jay was started yeeting in the middle of the match too, I was just like, this is dumb. I was like, this is ridiculous.
I didn't mind that part at all. I knew what they were setting up. You were setting up for Brock music to hit and everything changed. I get what they was doing there. Like the people that was complaining about that, I was like, dude, again, how long have you been watching wrestling? Like
Jay was looking a damn fool on that top of that car. Like the way he started rocking I was like, man.
Jay was going crazy, but again, they did that just to set up the Brock Lesnar entrance. So I understood. So like it didn't bother me at all. You can't pin nobody until everybody's in the ring. So you got everybody down. Okay. Whatever. Well, let's have fun. And Brock's like, oh, you want to have fun? All right, hit my music. We finna shut all this down. And Brock went out there and whooped everybody. So it's just yeah. But yeah, he say War Games definitely worse than WrestlePalooza. Yeah, War Games is bad, dog. Okay. War Games is bad. Like it might be the worst pay-per-view of the year for WWE. I can't think of another one that was worse this year.
It should have been such a good show.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to
stadium.
Huh?
I say, then you in a baseball stadium.
Yeah. And it got me not looking forward towards the Rumble either. Like I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did not use weapons in the men's. And then to think about it, you following Blood and Guts up with that?
Which I was there for live, and that show was insane. Greensboro, we know how to get down in Greensboro. I'm telling you, this crowd was nuts. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I texted y'all. I said, man, I'm going back to watch the women's Blood and Guts match to get this taste out of the women's War Games match out of my mouth. That women's War Games match upsetted me, dude. And I ain't been upset in wrestling in a long time. But that I was like, this is trash. So miss me with that. But shout out to Gunther, man. They did the right thing with him. Shout out to Cena for being willing to put, everybody over, because he really started losing a lot, and he put Cody over, he put Dom over, and he put Gunther over. Like, you can't go wrong. He's built this. Hell, he even put Brock over for whatever reason, and Brock didn't need to get put over, but he did it anyway. So he put Brock destroyed him. So again, I think they're setting up something for Brock and Gunther later on in 2026. Maybe Mania, maybe SummerSlam, maybe Survivor Series, but they will match up in 2026, in my opinion, and they can both say the same thing I just said. Roman, Brock can say, "Yeah, I put Cena down," then Gunther can say, "Nah, I put Cena down. I made him tap.
Yeah,
I'm the baddest." Just like that. Another story. So, yeah, man, people need to shut up. Stop complaining, man. That's all I got to say. You know what kind of made me mad? I guess we'll get in. Let me ask you first. What are your overall thoughts about Monday Night Raw? Alice in Wonderland in the building. I ain't seen you in a minute, huh?
What up, Alice? Better than SmackDown. I guess that's, we can start off on a positive note, somewhat positive. But like Raw, if we're getting to like the tail end of Raw, I would say my overall thoughts of Raw this year has been the word I would use is messy, very messy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not. Like, it's just a lot of different things, injuries and
is it?
I don't know, bad booking and just questionable decisions, and it's just messy. It's just a lot of it's just messy and stuff like that. And I don't know, like, it's not. I don't know. Like, I feel like where we're at right now with the product, it's just a lot of it. There's a lot of repetition going on too that I've been seeing a lot week to week, and it's not as thought provoking as it was. It feels like they're chasing a dragon on Raw, in terms of they're chasing a bloodline like moment. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to chase that storyline all over again. They tried it with like the Vision, and that worked kind of to a point until we got the Vision, and Seth was kind of it seemed to me like Seth was having trouble like leading that group and cutting the promos and stuff like that. And we especially got sidetracked when AJ came back, and I think that's when things really started to kind of decline for me. Even though it was cool seeing AJ come back, I think that like Raw was starting to go down creatively at that point. They started to rely too much on star power and not enough on the storylines to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of been my opinion on Raw, like, for a little while now. It's just like, it's not, the stories haven't been good enough for me, You
want to know one of my biggest problems that I have with what happened recently on Raw? Is them randomly putting Jey Uso back in the tag team with his brother.
Yeah.
Because how you start this thing off where they have tension with each other, because Jey is starting to act like Roman. Roman is getting in Jey ear, and to the point where he throw his brother over the top rope in the Battle Royal. If you get into the commercial, go to the Red app, go to YouTube or subscribe. Where Jey throws Jimmy over the top rope, and Jimmy's like pissed. And Jimmy's like, okay, well, I guess we all looking out for ourselves. So bet I'm getting that move too. And then next thing you know, Jay crashes out after losing the match. And then next thing you know, I called my brother and we back together and we going after the tag titles, oops, and we fighting a New Day again. And why? Jimmy, you not mad?
He said he got in a time machine. He said I went back to 2016.
and the guy that's topping merch, and the way I look, I'm like, yo, are you letting social media talk? You letting social media talk change your mind on Jey Uso all of a sudden? Because if you look at it, and if you watch Unreal, Triple H said, I'm putting the title on you, and I'm putting the rocket launcher on you. And you got the yeet, you got the merch, you got the kids, like you got everything you need. And then all of a sudden, social media turned, because that's what they do, them losers. Anytime somebody actually becomes the champ, they turn on them on social media and say he's boring or yada yada, he does this, he does that. But you begged for him to be the champ for a year and a half. And they do this with all the champs. They do this with everybody. And I'm like, are you letting social media talk get to you now? And exactly, Mark, Jimmy ain't gonna ever get a singles run. He ain't gonna never get an opportunity. The rest of the family can get an opportunity, but Jimmy can't get one. It's just I'm not with it. I'm sorry. And then they just kill the tension. They don't have tension at all. They just completely killed it. I don't like it, bro. That's one thing about that. Do you think Jay eventually gets back into a singles run and maybe in a title picture? Or is this it for him? He's back to tag teams for the rest of his life.
No, I don't think he's back for the rest of his life. I think he'll get there eventually. He'll what is it called? He'll be back eventually for a singles run. I don't know what exactly they're doing with this tag team thing, but I think this is just a momentary thing until they get a title shot, and they're probably going to lose. So that's what I see coming in. I don't think that this shouldn't have a long shelf life. Jay and Jimmy being a tag team, because that's not the route to take with Jay, but we'll see.
More appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it. Jay will be back like Liv Morgan. Yeah, but Liv actually got hurt. Jay is still on the roster. They just cut his story. That's a difference. Liv got injured. Jay's story got cut, and they just threw him back in the tag team. So that's the difference in that. Speaking of Liv Morgan and tag team, do you think they eventually? Well, I guess you eventually, yeah. But let's say the next 3 months. Do you think there's a turn between the Judgment Day women?
Within a year?
Within the next 3 months.
Oh, within the next 3 months before WrestleMania? Probably not. I don't think so.
What happened to the tension between Dom and Finn? You think they split up or do something within the next 3 months?
No, I think that the Judgment Day they're gonna keep the Judgment Day going until next year. And I don't think that we're gonna see them. I don't think we're gonna see them break up probably until the end of next year. Like probably December. I think that's the closest we'll see to a breakup for them.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. Braun Breaker. Do you see him winning the title next week?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
He has to win next week.
You think so?
He got to win next week.
I don't think
CM Punk don't need the title. Braun, after doing all this and cutting the promos he's cutting, I think Braun you have to give him the title.
I just doubt it. I don't think Triple H is gonna pull the trigger on him this quickly. I think it would be great if that happened, but I doubt it.
And when is Seth Rollins supposed to come back?
I think this is like the premiere. This is like the season premiere, right?
Next week will be.
I think he comes back next week.
Really?
I think he cost Braun the title.
Ooh.
Helping CM Punk. But he just hates what Braun and them did too much. So
he say LA Knight comes back. I mean, what are we gonna do LA Knight, man? They trying to set him up. They kicked him off TV jumped him right. So it looked like they're trying to set him up to have a big year in 2026 where he comes back. And does he finally get over that hump though?
Well, we'll see. If they want to push him, I mean, he's had enough, opportunities with the crowd for them to just put the strap on him. But
yeah, man, I don't know why they saying that, Stu. Like I see Braun winning. Like nothing right now tells me that he's gonna lose. It was just based on what I'm seeing on TV. Seth is a good ass analyst for the NFL. Like if he ever retires from WWE and decides he wants to do that, he can fit right in. But yeah, we got a prediction. He say Seth will be back next week. Braun loses. I got Braun winning next week. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think it's too short. I mean, either way, because like I said, CM Punk don't need a title to be relevant. So, damn, he just got back. He taking more time off. Did he get hurt again?
I think he's
dragging off.
I don't think he did. I think he's just saying he's taking a bunch of time off. I don't know.
CM Punk is bringing the title to Mania. Okay, that's not happening. If he does, I mean, he won it back after losing it next week. So, you said he's taking a bunch of TV time. Okay, I got you. My bad. Okay. I mean, he's a U.S. champion. What are you supposed to do? So, yeah. Unlike the women's U.S. championship when they had it on Julia.
Man.
You want to go there?
worst booked, not even just like the worst booked wrestler, but also the worst booked title of the year. It was the United States Championship. No, it was the title for the women.
Yeah,
bad. Worse than the tag team title for the women, which that's saying a lot. That you've outdone that title as the worst book title in the company. Like that's crazy.
To the point where they was just like, we're just gonna put the championship back on Chelsea Green and go from there because we literally have nothing for Julia. We brought in Kiana James, and that did nothing because we really didn't put them on TV for nothing. You said you got LA Knight versus Punk versus Braun at Mania. Man, I don't see that.
How do you not know how to book her, bro? That's crazy.
Yeah, like
I just be looking at her picture getting
you
mad,
got it
bro.
right with Stephanie, and you brought in Julia before Stephanie, and Julia was supposed to be that chick until she got hurt, and now all of a sudden you called up you rush her to the main roster, do nothing with her, and now all of a sudden it's like you're trying to turn her face because she's attacking Chelsea Green, but the fans love Chelsea Green, and Chelsea didn't do nothing but beat you. So she really didn't do nothing to heal it. She beat you for your title. And now you and Kiana are attacking her and her team. And the fans are like, who the hell are we supposed to cheer for here? Well, we like Chelsea, so we're just going to default cheer for Chelsea. So she's doing her finishing move. She's trying to hold them up and waiting on the crowd reaction. And the crowd ain't saying nothing. So it just looks bad.
Yeah.
Yo, Julia should be. Oh my God, Julia should be dominating.
She should.
She should be doing the exact same thing Stephanie Valkyrie is doing right now. Like Julia, it should be Julia versus Jade Cargill right now. Those are the type of matches we should see. Julia versus Charlotte. None of that. Lash Legend is getting more push than Julia,
which is crazy. Which they just pinned Lash Legend clean, too. In like a nothing match. Oh God, SmackDown sucks, dude. Oh my God, it's so bad.
SmackDown, and then as far as like we got
Jade
that well to the main roster. What you mean? What? How she didn't adapt well, Mark? Tell me when they gave her a chance to adapt.
And don't say gave her the title because they gave her the title, but they didn't give her any TV time. So what's the?
She never defended on pay-per-view either.
Yeah.
Can't always blame booking. On this case, you can't blame booking. This was horrible booking. Leave her in NXT if you ain't got nothing for her. Because she was killing it there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't say her lack of English because Stephanie can't speak English either like that. So don't even type that if that's what you're about to type. So Io can barely speak English. She needed more time.
I don't know, Mark.
Mark, I don't know.
Yeah,
nah.
Reaching the straws. I don't know.
Because she needed more time.
The same two examples that Dope just mentioned, Io and Stephanie, both of them, like Stephanie and Julia, were both in NXT around the same amount of time. And how is it that one's a world champion that's being booked to the moon, and the other one just straight down to the abyss? You know what I'm saying? It has to do with booking. To not put like the responsibility on booking for this specifically is just you can't not do that. That's crazy.
Like, think about when she first came. She first made an appearance. I believe it was on Raw. And
as long as they don't put them on SmackDown, yes, I trust Triple H 100%.
Hell no, I don't trust it.
It seems like that's where Trick's going. So
yeah, I saw that too. I was like, this is about time that Trick is called up, because if Javon is getting called up, Trick and Oba should definitely get called. Mm-hmm. So, because they won't even put a title on Javon in NXT. They just keep having him lose matches left and right. And why would you? Anyway, hold on. We'll get to him later. But let's get back to this Julia, because she's on the screen right now. I believe it was a Raw when she made her first main roster appearance, and she got in the face of, I want to say it was Io Sky.
Io and it was Io and Rhea. No, it was Io, and then Rhea came out to save her. Yeah,
and the crowd was like, "Oh yeah, this is it right here." And then you did nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you send her to SmackDown. She wins the U.S. title that nobody cared for because she did nothing when Chelsea Green won it the first time. And then, she fought Meechin, but nobody believes in Meechin because Meechin don't win anything. Y'all don't book her to look powerful and nothing. So, like, what up, Scoop? Like, dude, what are you supposed to do? You don't care for her no more. You got to strike while the iron is hot. When people are cheering for her and they care for her, then you do something. Don't put her in catering and give her a title and put her in catering for 6 months and then be like, all right, don't nobody they don't care for Julia no more. You didn't do nothing for them to care. So if you did the same thing with her that you did with Stephanie, it's a different conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you could have easily done the same thing where they just come out, they're quiet, they say minimum, and they're they get straight to the point when it comes to their promo, and they just whoop everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, strong style. This is the queen of strong style, and you ain't got her doing none of that. So, hey man. Anyway, I'm not even going. Let's get off screen. I thought you just said you can't blame booking though. So is either booking or not, Mark? I'm just, is either booking or not. Now, you want to talk about Javon Evans, or you want to talk about the NXT the botch that happened with the women's North American title?
Sure. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so Thea Hale is the new women's North American title champion, I should say. I'm sorry. And she did it by pinning Blake Monroe. And it seems to be, well, it was a clear botch. Like, she wasn't supposed to win. The ref counted anyway. From what I saw, it looks like Blake just, when she hit the swanton on Blake legit lost, her win, and just couldn't move for a minute.
Mm.
And then there was even a point where she's telling Thea, like, hey, get off me. and Thea just didn't. Thea didn't move. So the botch happens. It is what it is. Ref counted to 3. Everybody looks shocked. My problem is the dude played the wrong music, and it took him a long time to play the wrong music. And then come to find out, you see people like Sean Ross get on Twitter saying, "Oh, I talked to higher ups in NXT, and they told me this was a complete botch. This wasn't supposed to happen." Why is anybody from NXT talking to Sean Ross? Like, not talking to him. Let me rephrase that. Why is anybody higher up in NXT admitting that it was a botch instead of just saying, "Oh, we don't know what happened," and just continue whatever storyline? Like, why are you talking to dirt sheets saying, "Yeah, this wasn't supposed to happen. This was a botch," yada yada? That's dumb to me.
I have no idea, but it's like the exact opposite of what TNA was trying to do a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you heard that story, because that was crazy.
Which one? With Santana?
Yeah, where they were saying where
Oh,
higher ups were,
and-
higher ups were going around trying to spread like a false rumor in TNA saying that he was like not trying to talk to the press and that he wasn't coming to the tapings and that he was angry and and Sean Ross Sapp was just like, "This is all bullshit. Like, he's gonna be at the shows." So this is literally the opposite, where the higher ups are just like, "Yeah, no, we fucked up." Like, they're just being honest.
Even if that's true and you messed up, which it looks like that's what happened, why would you tell anybody that?
No, shoot.
Why would you tell the dirt sheets that? Like, I don't care that you taped shows after this. Apparently, I was watching NXT trying to catch up with it before we went live. They already did the follow promo. They got the rematch set for New Year's Evil.
Yeah, do you think that what do you think they do about this rematch? I think the fact that Thea won makes this actually a more, interesting matchup. The rematch now.
I think Blake wins.
Do you think she's gonna take it back? You don't think that they double down with Thea?
Nah, because you already told Sean Ross that you fucked up. And this wasn't planned. Yeah, Blake was supposed to be the winner or whatever. And I don't know. Now, if they do go with I think that's a smart move. So they can just pull one over everybody. I just don't think they're doing that. I think they had plans for Blake, and they're gonna stick with those plans. That's just what I think they're gonna do. Now, if Thea does win, I would actually be happy to see that. Make it a real storyline now.
Yeah.
But I just don't see that happening. So that's my thoughts on that. That kind of went crazy. Now, the call-ups. Javon Evans, Oba Femi, Trick Williams. What brands do you see them on?
You said Javon, Oba, and Trick. Trick, I think, is going to SmackDown. I think that's for certain. I would put Javon on Raw. And because I don't want to see Oba fail, I would put him on Raw too.
I think Oba has to go to SmackDown. I
I
mean, you got Trick there. Trick already made his point known to Cody, but Oba beating him down on Saturday night's main event. I think you got to put Oba on SmackDown.
Oh man, I just get worried about
SmackDown needs all the help. Like, put Trick and Oba on SmackDown. You could always go back to Trick and Carmelo Hayes, whether they fighting each other or tag team on SmackDown. But Oba could do so much and be like the main guy.
I think that you know what kind of sucks? I feel like they're gonna give Javon Evans the what is it called? The United States title at some point, and I feel like they're gonna have him take it away from Carmelo.
Well, that's why you should hope he go to Raw then. That's why you should hope he go to Raw then.
Who's the Intercontinental Champion right now?
Dom.
Yeah, see, that doesn't interest me. That match doesn't interest me. Like, I know it wouldn't be good, but I know that Carmelo and Javon would tear the roof off the motherfucking place. But also that Carmelo would also lose. Oh man, it sucked. It'd be like seeing Carmelo. Remember that match? Remember that time we saw Carmelo and Ricochet in the ring together?
Yeah.
That was magic. It's gonna be exactly like that again. Like, oh my goodness.
Man, I'm nervous. I think I'm more nervous for Javon than anything. I feel like they'll start him off hot because he's a high flyer, but at the end of the day, he gonna end up in the Grayson Waller status.
I think there's a good way to build him up. I think you need to have him win some matches, eventually fight a match for one of the mid-card titles, and I think you need to put him on a Gunther run with one of the titles. I think you should have him do it with the United States Championship, honestly. Like, I think that if you have him go on like a year-long run with that belt and make it special and have him face a bunch of like really good people, I think that by the time he's done with it, like he will be in a very good spot. But like they need to be very careful about how they work on him. And Oba too. Like Oba, they need to do the same thing with Oba. Trick, I don't know about.
Like for some reason, I'm not worried about Trick after seeing what he did with TNA, NXT, and just this latest heel run that he's been on. I think Trick is good to go. Trick has the look. I mean, he's there. Oba has look and everything too, but I don't know, man. Like I'm just worried about Javon. I'm not really worried about Trick and Oba.
More so Javon.
Yeah. Like, because there's only so much they do with high flyers in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He say skateboard dude. Yeah, but he not gonna do. I don't even know how to describe Darby, honestly.
What's his name? What's the guy that he was a stunt double, a famous stunt double? What the hell? Or not stunt double, but stunt man? Evel Knievel.
Yeah,
that's the perfect way to describe Darby. Well, actually, that might be a really dated reference. Now I don't know if young people will understand.
They probably don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Darby, man, because Darby has been in high spots, right? But I don't know. Like it was at one point where people thought Darby was gonna be the one to take the title off of Mox, and then that never happened. I think because he was climbing Mount Everest or whatever.
Yep.
And then he came back, and then he beats Mox, but I mean, nothing really came from beating Mox. Mm-hmm. Mox had just lost to Hangman Page. But he was back on TV both weeks, no matter what. You know, put him through glass, fish tanks, and all that. Hang him over the top rope. Don't matter. He's back Wednesday. So, man, don't even get me started on AEW again. But yeah, I'm nervous about Javon. I like what they're doing with him now. I see what they're doing. That's how they always do to start you off. Mm-hmm. But let's see where Javon is in 3 months.
Okay.
Like, that's what I want to see. Because you couldn't even get him the title on NXT. He had all these title matches on NXT, and you still never pulled the plug with him. He was never good enough to get that title. Like, why? Why not? Why have him win the Iron Survivor and then say, "Oh, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna go ahead and challenge Oba now," and then just to lose again? What was the point? You could have had somebody else win if you just wanted Oba to maintain his title and beat whoever. Like anybody else could have won and did that spot right there and lost to Oba, but you gave it to Javon. Like whatever, man.
Give me 1 second, dope. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Gave it to Javon Evans. That makes no sense. Banger matches, facts, Scoop. And while Dark is gonna appreciate y'all that's joining on YouTube and Twitch, man. I know this was unannounced. We kind of just planned this last minute. Like we need to go live one more time before the year is over. And it's been like a month and a half since we've been live, so we're trying to catch up on everything and speed through everything. That's why we're going back to like the Cena matches and all that. So we're trying to catch up on everything, right? So appreciate y'all coming through. Thank y'all for hitting the like button on not Facebook, the Red Out. So appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, so when he comes back, we're gonna get into the Sports Illustrated 2025 Wrestling Awards, which was absolutely crazy. But yeah, as far as these three right here on the screen, I'm nervous for Javon. Oba should instantly come in. Oba and Trick should instantly come in and be near the top of the card. Even if you want to put Trick, even even if you want to put Trick Williams somewhere with Carmelo Hayes, like in the middle or whatever, you can. Trick should be somewhere where it makes sense, right? Because Trick can do it all. Trick can do it all. Oba can do it all. Those two need to be in it. And what I'm looking for is I want to see Oba have a title, and I want to see Jacob Fatu coming back. And you set up something with Jacob Fatu and Oba Femi should be a WrestleMania match in 2026. I'm gonna just say it now. I'm gonna say it now. You can clip this. Jacob Fatu and Oba Femi should be a WrestleMania match in 2026. No ifs, ands, or buts. Trick Williams should have his shot at Cody Rhodes. And if it's not Cody, hopefully Drew McIntyre beats Cody because it's time. It's time. Drew McIntyre should win as well. He's also another guy that's been getting title match after title match, not winning. And this Cody run has not been great. Let's just call it what it is. The Cody run has not been great at all. But Oba should come in and, like you said, Scoob, should wreck shop, whoop on everybody. And then when Jacob Fatu get back, hey, yo, you the guy. I was that guy last year when I debuted on the main roster. So what's up? Baddest versus baddest. That's what it should be. I think Dark is back now. So yeah. So what I was telling them while you was gone, I was just like reiterating that I'm nervous for Oba. I'm sorry, I'm nervous for Javon, but Trick should immediately be in some type of main picture on SmackDown if he goes there. Oba should be, appreciate it, Scoob. Oba should be in the main picture as well. And what I think should happen, it should be a Oba Femi versus Jacob Fatu match at WrestleMania in 2026.
Oh, Jacob Fatu, I forgot, man. He's still out. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Well, that would be sick.
And I told him, I say Oba should run through everybody. You're not putting Oba with Roman already, bro. That's way too early. But Oba should run through everybody. And then Jacob Fatu comes back. It was like, oh, you see where you are now? I already did that last year when I debuted on the main roster. Baddest versus baddest. Let's go. WrestleMania 2026. I don't even care if it's not for a title. Just have them two go at it at WrestleMania. As a teammate. As who teammate? Jacob and Roman? I mean, Jacob and Oba? No teams, buddy. Solo. And as far as Trick, if Trick should get his run at Cody or Drew McIntyre, I think Drew McIntyre should win the title from Cody. It's time.
I don't think that's gonna happen either.
Oh, and Roman. Why would they be on teams, bro? Like, you would have to have Gunther and Brock and somebody else to make them two team up. And yeah, Drew should win. My bad, Dart. Thoughts on Drew McIntyre?
Thoughts on Drew?
Thoughts on what I just said about Oba, but then after that, I mentioned Drew McIntyre should win. She should beat Cody. So your thoughts on that as well?
I think he should. I don't think he's going to. I think that if they had just stopped this feud earlier, then I'd be fine with where it was at and Cody having the title right now and all of that. But clearly they're right now, it looks like they're looking at a Roman Cody, would it be 3? Yeah. Roman Cody 3. So yeah, it looks like that's where they're building towards for Mania this year. Yeah, I think that Drew being the opponent for Cody for this 4th match that he's going to lose is just such a bad choice, because now, like, I mean, Drew was like he was a contender, like, you know, you had him in a main event spot, but you've had him lose like 4 times for the title. What's going to be a 4th time for the title, and not only is he going to lose 4 times, but he's going to lose to Cody twice in that last match too, because it's a 3 stages of hell match. So, like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of this at all, because I know where it's going, and even though I think that you know, if this is, I think that Drew should win to save face and to, you know, save his spot. Like, I don't think he's going to, because right now you've just established Drew. After this loss, you would have established Drew as just a contender that you can never take seriously, you know?
That's the point. That doesn't need to happen with a guy like Drew McIntyre.
I agree.
So he said 3 stages of hell match and it's out of the US. Drew better win this match. Like, I'm sorry.
In Berlin.
Go to the Red Alp, Scoop.
When is that Berlin show?
When?
Yeah. Bash? What is it? Bash in Berlin?
I don't know. I don't know when it is, but I know it's coming up soon.
Bash in Berlin.
They just signed a contract for it.
Bash in Berlin.
Let me see.
There is no 2025. 2026?
Oh yeah, we live on the Red App too, Scoob, if you get tired of commercials.
Let me type in 3 stages of hell because that's not showing up.
Let me see. Hold on. Oh, it's gonna be on SmackDown in Berlin.
Huh?
That's on SmackDown, January 9th. They going back to 3 hours. So the 3 stages of hell is gonna be on SmackDown, January 9th in Berlin.
Is that the 3 stages of hell?
Yeah.
They're having a match every hour. It's gonna be 3 hours of.
Jeez.
That's why. That's clever. Okay, because there's 3 hours of SmackDown now, so we are in 3 stages of hell. Okay, I understand.
Well, there you go. SmackDown being at its worst, and you decide to go back 3 hours now. Dear Lord, bro. I don't,
crazy.
man.
That's wild.
So dumb. But yeah, Oba Trick, I think they'll be fine. Worry about Javon. Drew should win. We talked about Julia. Jade's run so far hasn't been great. It seems like they got nothing for Jade Cargill as a champion.
Just keeps fighting BFAB and Meech. Oh, Lord have mercy, bro.
Like all these women in his company, and you just keep throwing Meech into the wolves to take L's. Like,
crazy, bro.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's how. But think about this though, because that's exactly, if you really think about it, that's exactly how Tiffany Stratton's title reign was booked too. She kept fighting the same
Nia
woman
Jax, yeah.
over and over again. It was just Nia Jax. Yeah, it's a different person, but it's the same situation. Like, bro, whoever's in charge down there is just awful, terrible. Look what they're doing with Damian Priest. He's been in a program with Aleister Black for 6 months.
it's been 6 months.
6 months, dude. Yeah.
Dang. I guess when you miss a couple of episodes of SmackDown, you don't feel like 6 months. Because I missed a couple of episodes. I ain't gonna lie.
Crazy.
And that should be bigger than what it is.
Oh, man, bro.
You talking about a former world champion, and you talking about Aleister Black coming back.
Oh my Lord, bro.
And this all started over R-Truth. Like, oh my God, bro. This is so dumb, dog.
So bad.
This all started over R-Truth.
SmackDown is if there was like a worst of, like if Sports Illustrated, you know, also did a worst of with their best of, then SmackDown hands down has to get worst show of the year. Because I don't know any other wrestling show that I've watched this year that's been consistently booked as bad as this show has been. It's easily been the low light of my week every week. Easily. The only thing I'll look into is Cody if he cuts a promo. And that's it.
I don't even care about that no more. Like, Cody is like, he's low-key turning heel, but he's not heel. But he really should be a heel.
The way he talks to Nick Aldis, yeah.
Yeah, this Nick
also, Nick Aldis is such a terrible manager, too. He sucks. Like, he's terrible. He's such a pushover.
Yeah, like you do. You're a former champion and you still
No.
in shape. Like, dude, come on, bruh.
Oh gosh.
Cody, see, there go that boring word again. I told you this is what the IWC do. They tell you they bored once they become champion. But I will agree, this run has been trash.
Not great. Yeah.
And how many times has he really defended his title? Outside of Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens.
Then I think that was the peak of his run. Because he had his matches against Cena afterwards, and that's when after Cena it took a dive. Yeah. Even after he regained the title, it was just not the same, you know?
So I didn't want him to win it back at SummerSlam. So but it is what it is. Let's get into the Sports Illustrated. Let me see if I can share this screen, man. We're almost done with everything. We're just catching up on a lot of stuff. Where's my screen share? Sports Illustrated dropped their do not send me notifications. Why are you okay? Can y'all see it? Make sure it's on the screen. All right. Sports Illustrated dropped their 2025 Pro Wrestling Awards. And it's pretty interesting. So let's go down this list here. Let's scroll. Storyline of the year is Hangman Page Redemption Arc.
Do you agree with that?
I'm reading it to see if they added what he did with Swerve. Okay, so they did add Swerve. Part of to the story. They added Christopher Daniels. He did enter a rivalry with MJF. Ooh, okay. Now that they added all that, because him and Swerve alone was top tier, but trying to think of another storyline that caught my eye this year. Paul Heyman turning on Roman. It wasn't as long of a story. I might have to say, yeah.
I was gonna say I definitely agree with this one.
Yeah, I gotta say yeah on that one. So all right, we give him a check for that one. Keep it moving. Yeah, I didn't know that they added Swerve and all this into it. I thought they were just talking about him versus Moxley.
Oh no.
That's why I was like, wait, what? But okay, now that I'm reading, they added all this in there.
Yeah,
cool. They talked about Ospreay and all that at Double or Nothing and all that. Okay,
yeah,
cool. The runners up was John Cena's retirement, the downfall of Death Riders. So now rivalry of the year: Adam Page, John Moxley. No.
Rivalry of the year. Rivalry of the year.
How's it not?
Can't. What other rivalry?
Seth and CM Punk. Seth was an op.
I get. Yeah, I would.
I'm talking about a thorn in this man's side to the point where he faked the injury to come and take that title off this man. So
I would put that. Yes, I would put that. Yeah, I would put that. I would put that up there. Oh, okay, yeah. The only thing that I really don't like is, what was it? The part at the end with the mixed tag match. I didn't really care for that at all. And that's kind of where yeah. But other than that, I can agree with that. Like, I liked everything about that. And the only reason I would say that I wouldn't say Owens and Cody is because it only lasted I guess it lasted Saturday night's main event and the Rumble. But that was only 2 shows. So didn't go as long as Punk and Seth, but that's why I would give them the upper hand, I guess. But
I wouldn't even put Adam Page and Moxley over Owens and Randy before Owens got hurt.
How long was? For me, it's I think for me, when I hear of the year, I think in terms of length and how good the story, how long it went, and then how consistent the story was.
Well, this wasn't long.
This wasn't long, exactly. That's why. That's why I can't give it that. This literally lasted from Double or Nothing to All In, so maybe like 4 months, maybe less than that. Like 2 months.
I don't even think I remember it being that long.
Yeah.
I think his rivalry with MJF was longer.
Yeah.
So, but nah, I mean, Seth has to be involved. Him and CM Punk, like they just went at it. The Elimination Chamber, him curb stomping him and causing him that match with Cena, the final 2 cage match that they had, even with Roman getting involved with it in a 3-way and the Hell in the Cell. I'm not the Hell in the Cell, but the cage match on Raw and Madison Square Garden. I mean, just Seth was just a thorn in that man's side, non-stop. So I'm gonna have to get him that one. So I disagree with him on that one. The runner-up was Toni Storm and Mariah May. That was 2025.
Oh wow!
So.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That actually lasted a while. And
then CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Those were the 2 runner-ups.
Yeah. Oh man, I actually really like the Toni Storm. I'm gonna change my answer now that I saw that, because I don't know how I didn't think of that, but yeah. I thought that was a really good trilogy of matches that happened between the 2 of them. I thought that was really, really good. And I love how it ended, and even though that was Mariah May's last match, the Hollywood ending street fight. Yeah. I really fucked with that rivalry. And that was probably the best women's rivalry in AEW for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I can see that one, but it's definitely not Mox and Hangman. I'm sorry.
No.
Heel turn of the year, Naomi. As far as heel turn, I disagree.
I would say John Cena.
Yeah.
I would say John Cena. Was it executed well? No, but the moment of him turning heel, it was headline breaking. You know what I'm saying? I was dope. I'm not even kidding. I was at a bar the night that he turned heel, and ESPN was reporting it.
Yeah,
John Cena had turned heel. So that's that is huge. So that for me takes any heel turn that would happen this year and just automatically overtakes it. So there's no talking about it.
Yeah, and I agree with Get the Tables. If you want to say heel run, definitely Naomi. Yeah. Heel turn. And they said the reason they didn't pick Cena is because Cena himself admitted that wasn't the original plan. So what? It happened.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest thing since Hogan turning heel. What are we talking about? People wanted Cena to turn heel for 15 years.
They really got to change the name of the category if that's the case. Instead of heel turn, they need to change that to heel run, like Get the Table said. Because if we're talking about heel turn, then that was the biggest heel turn of the year. Hands down. One moment. Yeah. Heel run, you can give it to Naomi hands down.
Hands down.
100%. Yeah.
So that's 2 disagrees right there. The runners up was John Cena and Becky Lynch. Best on the mic, Toni Storm.
I feel like that's not right. I feel like that's not right.
Excuse me? Toni Storm?
I feel like that's not right.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
What?
Oh, shoot.
How, bro?
Who would be my best on the mic?
I just need somebody to explain to me how. Tell me a classic Toni Storm promo that you heard this year. Outside of her saying something about her tits and whores that we adore or some shit like that.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. If I had to give a best on the mic this year.
Best on the mic.
This year, who?
MJF could be one of them. He's always hands down best on the mic.
He's always good, but was he around that much this year? I feel like
his last
a lot of movies.
His last promo topped everything Toni Storm ever said this year.
That was insane. It was really good. His last promo was nuts. I would probably give best on the mic 2024 to either Punk or Adam Page. I would say, because every single promo that Page cut during his redemption arc was crazy. There's even a promo that he cuts about Swerve leading into All Out that was clipped and used on what's his name? He's from Griselda. What the hell? West Side Gun's album. That's called the Hangman Page, and it was really good. It was about like what not trusting like fucking Swerve and how he's gonna get his vengeance and all that stuff. But like that promo was probably my promo of the year. I love that promo. But I'd give it to Hangman or Punk. But I don't know about Toni Storm.
But even then, Stu, like promo wise, it was more of her acting versus what she was saying on the mic when she did that. Like, I don't remember nothing she said. So, who would I give promo of the year? Best on the mic this year. That's tough. Cause I mean MJF, but again, he was always gone and back and gone. Yeah, I would put Jacob Fatu over Toni Storm for sure. Yeah, his backstage the ring. Yeah, I would definitely put him over there. Hell, Naomi was better than Toni Storm on the mic. Matter of fact, Naomi, when she first won the title, came out and cut a fire promo. And look, Stu said Naomi, so he said LA Knight is great, but not as good as. Damn, who would I give it to this year? Low key, Braun Breaker.
Braun, really?
Braun Breaker has been cutting some fire promos. And I think I would have to go to CM Punk.
Okay.
Becky, though, that promo she cut on Nikki Bella, that's part of the intro.
Yeah, but that was it. That was the only promo I heard from her that was actually fire. Everything else she... I have liked her character work for the like where she's acting like where she like everything she says, she's just like Sports Illustrated said I'm like the best.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Like yeah. Like,
right.
All that. So
I think I'm gonna lean towards CM Punk as well. Let's see the runner-ups. The runner-up was Hangman Page and Becky Lynch.
Punk's not even involved. That's crazy.
Wow. Best in the ring. I don't think we can argue this one. Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I would only make an argument for either Konosuke, Takeshita, or Bandito in the talkings of that, because the two of them, Takeshita specifically, has had an amazing year in ring, winning the G1, winning the New Japan World Championship, and also just being in AEW and like holding shit down over there. And also Bandito, low key, like, because I know everybody doesn't watch ROH, but like he has been having a lot of good championship matches over there.
Yeah,
and he's involved in probably I would call it my match of the year. Him and Takeshita had a match at Ring of Honor for the title that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So
yeah, I can't argue with this. I don't know what Jada Parker got going on. I don't know. I don't read dirt sheets, so the runner-ups for this was Io and Takeshita. Io had a great year. Yeah, that's a good runner-up right there. Breakout wrestler of the year, Kyle Fletcher.
I will give that to him hands down. I won't even put any other spotlight on any other superstar or any other superstars or any other wrestlers or whatever. I'll just give it straight to Fletcher, because this guy, 100%. Since last year's Continental Classic, this guy has really shown the fuck out. And like this year, even this year, I feel like for 2 years running, he's been the MVP of both Continental Classics that he's been a part of. And this year, he really solidified himself as a singles competitor. And all the talk that's coming from backstage and from, people in the industry about how this guy is the future of the company is, I think, worth it. And probably why he sees it himself. He signed a long-term contract with AEW, so
I disagree. I think it started out great for him, and then it just kind of fizzled out because they put 15 other members of the Don Callis family. Don Callis don't even come out with this guy anymore. Like, he doesn't feel nearly as important as he did at the halfway through the year.
you don't think so?
He does not feel important at all right now.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Dom.
To who?
Dom.
Oh, Dominic Mysterio. Okay. All right.
AAA champion. Fans love him to death. Beat Cena. Cena was willing to give you that moment with him at Survivor Series. And at Madison Square Garden. Like, and then now, you know, his dad is back, so he's doing that. But just the overall, the fan appreciation of Dom has changed so much this year of how they view him. And yeah, man, you a AAA champion and a IC champion at the same time. You got to get that, and then you get your lady back without even fighting with the other ladies that like you. You got Roxy and Liv on your so just storyline wise, Dom feels bigger right now than Fletcher. Fletcher though started off super hot, but I feel like these last couple of months, to me, he hasn't felt important at all.
I think he's equally as important as he was back then, especially with the angle that they run at World's End too. The world, like, because with the thing at World's End, like, he was Don Callis' project while he was the TNT champion, and then when he lost it, that started the whole turmoil within the Don Callis family and three people going for the title. And now it seems like Don is showing favoritism towards Okada and not talking about the whole plan. So I think he figures very much into the whole storyline, and one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to see, you know, Kyle Fletcher embedded even further in the Don Callis family, or he's going to finally break free and even become more of a bigger star than he was when he was in the family. But so I think it's for certain that he's going to be a big part of the future of AEW.
And low key, you can make arguments for Javon Evans.
Yeah, you could.
Trick Williams.
Mike Santana.
Yeah, Santana. Like, even Joe Hendry. Well, let me think about Joe. When was Joe?
I feel like Joe started off hot. I feel like Joe started off hot, and then once like TNA lost him, he's officially a WWE guy. Once TNA lost him, that's when his momentum started to kind of go down.
I'll put Fletcher in front of Joe.
Yeah,
maybe it's the Don Callis family just feeling watered down in general to me.
No, I can see that.
Like, because I don't care about the Don Callis family right now at all. So maybe that's why. What's good, Super? So maybe that's what it is with me. But anything Don Callis family related right now doesn't feel like anything. Who would have run ups? Dominic Mysterio, Javon Evans.
There you go.
So, comeback performer of the year, Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov.
I feel like that's too soon, right? Like,
I mean, like, when did they? The comeback before So I don't know. Like, what are they? How are they putting this when it comes to comeback performer? Because the comeback of the year is AJ Lee, just because she's been gone 10 years or however long she's been gone. So are we talking about the actual comeback moment, or are we talking about, you know, coming back and doing so? I don't know. Like, Dragunov returning is not bigger than AJ Lee returning.
It's not, no.
So,
I have no idea what comeback performer, or John Cena being a comeback performer for a whole year. So, like, I don't know.
I'm trying to read this now, but it's not saying anything like any criteria.
He just came back and won the title, and he did it like when was it? Was it in October? I think that he did that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And they're saying the runner-ups are Becky Lynch and Bandito. I don't understand what Bandito was out for, like maybe like a couple weeks.
They did a whole package about Bandito though, right?
Oh, he was out. He actually was out for a
you
while.
remember those
yeah.
video packages from Dynamite?
So maybe I would give that to Bandito then, if that's the case, because Bandito came back and had a crazy year, but Ilya came back like right at the end of the year, and then just, you know, Nikki. I swear to God. I swear to God.
I know this dude here, this Nikki Bella. But nah, I disagree with that, man. I got AJ Lee for comeback of the year.
I'll give
Becky
it to
Lynch and
Bandito.
Bandito are the runner-ups. Tag team of the year, FTR.
I mean, I disagree.
Bro, Dino was better than FTR.
I was gonna give it to them too, because even though they're a new team, I think that they have. You know who they remind me of? Like they remind me of like Booker and Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Kane and X-Pac, or Kane and RVD. Any type of like iteration of Kane in a tag team is what this reminds me of. And I love it. Like it just like it's an oddball tag team that shouldn't work, but they are just great together. And they got a dope ass handshake too. So like yeah. And I didn't think they'd win the tag titles, but they did, you know.
And held it for a minute.
Yeah. You could, you know, make the argument about the Hurt Syndicate, but
no.
Like I wouldn't even go that route. Like they were dominant, but like the matches that they had were not really that great.
FTR has been boring as hell to me, dog. But like I can't think of maybe the Young Bucks, even though they lost, you know, it kind of had their downhill thing. But Young Bucks overall, from the beginning of the year to now,
actually,
Ospreay and Swerve.
Yes, I give it to the Young Bucks. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot about the Broke Bucks saga. I think that's my new favorite thing in wrestling, because when Baron Corbin did it, I also love Baron Corbin. But if you are a wrestler and you just start going on a tear of just having lost all your money and then gaining your money back again and then losing it again, I'm gonna be very, very entertained. And that whole thing was like every week with them coming out to like crazy entrances. And I mean, I think one week they actually came out like with the Titantron saying their government names.
Yep.
And I think Max's middle or what is it? What's his name? I think Matt Jackson's middle name is Ron John. I was just like, what? So yeah, the Young Bucks tag team of the year, hands down. I forgot about that. Yeah. Young Bucks for sure. Young Bucks for sure.
Because even the build up to All In with Swerve and Ospreay, like Young Bucks were doing some work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Young Bucks. And speaking of Baron Corbin, him and Dijakovic are killing it as a tag team in MLW.
Who is it? Who's Dijakovic with? Oh,
Dijakovic and Baron Corbin.
They're the champions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So low key, the way they've been doing out there, I know they probably don't pay no attention to MLW for these, but they could be up there too. FTR is just boring as hell to me right now.
Yeah.
I haven't really enjoyed them that much this year. Even with the stuff with Edge and Christian, I really haven't enjoyed it that much. Runners up, Young Bucks, Brodito. Ooh, Fraxian won last year. What the hell happened to them? Match of the year: Io Sky, Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
The lone good match at WrestleMania 41.
Ooh, that's so tough though, because that tag match between the Young Bucks and Swerve and Ospreay at All In.
I was gonna say there was the tag match. There was, for me, that I like the main event too. I thought that the main event was also really good from All In.
All that extra stuff. Yep. that Moxley came right back from. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, also the triple
best
threat
women's match this year for sure.
Also, the triple threat match at Stand and Deliver with Javon, Oba, and Trick. That the night, or was this the day?
The night before, I think. No, this was Friday. During the day Saturday.
Yeah, I think. See, bro, the way that they schedule these shows on the weekend is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that was also a really good match too. So
yeah,
Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I have to. Like I said, I think I have to still go with my match from that Ring of Honor show, which 2025. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but but yeah, Bandito and Konosuke Takeshita was probably my match of the year. So I disagree with this, but I think this deserves its spot on this list because WrestleMania 41 was pretty lame. In my opinion, I think you do you agree with that, Dope?
Yeah.
How did you feel about WrestleMania 41?
It wasn't that great.
And so I think that out of all the things that happened on that show, like this was the lone like piece of like, I don't know, like light on the card, like where, and it started off the show. So when it started off, I was just like, okay, well, at least, you know, this night's off to a good start. And then it just kind of slowly declined from there. But like this match was really, really, really solid. And in hindsight, probably should have main evented one of the two nights, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'll give it women's match of the year, even though there's some matches on Evolution that was cooking as well, though. Evolution should be pay-per-view of the year, in my opinion, but I don't know who they got for that.
Oh, actually, I said the lone match on WrestleMania, but the triple threat that the men had also was really good too. So
yeah, it wasn't better than the women though.
It was not. It was not.
Damn, I don't know, man, because that triple threat between Obertrick and Javon Cook, and then that match that we watched on TNA that night when we were streaming it live between Leon Slater and what's that guy name? Was it Myron?
Yeah, that was really good.
That match was fire. Because we was pretty much bored that whole show until to that point. We woke up. Myron Reed, right?
Myron Reed, yeah.
Then Javon and Oba had some classics that went crazy. With Oba throwing Javon into the announce table a couple of times. That was crazy too. I guess I'm gonna just agree with it off default because it's so many I can put there. I'm gonna just agree with it off default.
Okay.
Oba and Javon had some classics one-on-ones as well. But I'll just leave it at that. Runner-ups are Heyman.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that happened this year for a second. I was like, what? I saw Danielson and Ospreay. I was just like,
Heyman and Moxley, and then Heyman and Will Ospreay, Double or Nothing.
That was also a really good match. Yeah. Oh man.
Show of the year, Double or Nothing.
I gotta see what happened at Double or Nothing because that was the show with Hangman and Ospreay.
Yeah. Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné.
Anarchy in the Arena. That was actually a really good Anarchy in the Arena too.
Yeah, with Swerve, Omega, the Ops, beating the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. Okada versus Speedball. Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe in a stretcher match. Oh, that was on that show. I did say Evolution, right? So I gotta disagree just off of that. Because I literally just said Evolution. I can't go against my own word, but I can definitely see Double or Nothing being the top show of the year. But for me, it was Evolution.
Yeah, there was a lot of good. Jesus.
What you think on that?
I can't think. I'll go with it. I guess I can't think of anything else. Like what was in the record or the runners up?
All in
Evolution and Tech. All yeah. Okay. I guess all together collectively, I would say All In. I enjoyed that more than Double or Nothing.
I was actually at All In. I like Double or Nothing better.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, those outside of those two matches.
Mm-hmm.
The tag match and the main event, like I was just like, okay, whatever. Oh, and Tony Storm and Mercedes, yeah. So those three matches. Outside of that, I was like, whatever. I didn't really care for nothing else. I love seeing Athena come back. But
that was
Jesus. Yeah. but they didn't follow up with it. So, female wrestler of the year, Mercedes.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Yeah, I was like, I can't even think of nobody else. Yeah, it has to be. All them damn titles, it has to be. So she just can't win the big one though.
Yep.
Which is crazy. The
Ultimo Money.
Yeah, the runner-ups was Tony Storm and Io Sky.
I agree with those runners up. So, damn, Tony almost ran it again.
Yeah. Male wrestler of the year, Hangman Adam Page. That's tough. That's tough. Like, has Hangman had a better? Did he have a better year than CM Punk, Seth Rollins? I understand Ospreay got hurt. I guess if you win the title at your biggest show, like that puts you above everything, I guess, because he won it at All In, and he's the one that took down Moxley.
And just his match quality and his storyline beforehand too was really, really, really solid.
Taking down MJF, finally getting over Swerve, and then also he beat Ospreay too. So
everything that he was involved in was really solid, and he won everything. That's the one thing that like kind of separated him from Ospreay too. It was like Ospreay lost, so I'll agree with it because my only runners up on this are Takeshita, who had a really, really good year. Him and I would say Seth. I'd say Seth had an interesting year. I'd say like he was really, really good and handled everything well before his injury. So I think that's what really kind of stunted everything for him.
You beat CM Punk for the world title. You win Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
You beat Roman and Punk at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a year.
I think if he doesn't get injured, like, yeah. Because he had a good year up until that point, but like I think the injury might have cost him this, but I'll give it to Hangman off of that. Because I think when you look at it like that, like his and Seth's careers kind of mirrored each other this year, didn't they? Doesn't it seem like it a little bit?
Pretty much.
Yeah. The only thing is that Hangman stayed healthy, so.
Yeah, just because he stayed healthy, I guess I give it to Hangman.
Yeah. Oh my
John
God!
Cena and Moxley.
Wow.
John Cena and Moxley are the runner-ups.
Cena. What?
Promotion of the year, AEW.
I agree with this.
How?
So, do you agree? Oh shoot! Because in terms of match quality and certain storylines, this was a better product and an easier product for me to digest than WWE as a whole. I'm talking about NXT, SmackDown. SmackDown really dragged WWE down for me, like through the mud. Like, and we could talk about like what AEW has Ring of Honor, but I don't have Honor Club, so I can't even watch Ring of Honor if I wanted to. So,
you say SmackDown, I can easily say Collision is just as bad.
See, I disagree because I actually watch Collision sometimes and I like it. I think that's where I did. I think that's the difference. I've watched Collision. Like I went to a Collision tape or a show like a couple of weeks ago. So I think that's where the biggest difference might lie right there.
I remember that the one time I went to Collision and Dynamite the same week and I said Collision was better.
Yeah.
But that was a couple of years ago and like it went downhill from there for me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get into it no more. But there was a point where Collision was way better than Dynamite at a point in time.
I also did go at a time where it was what is it called? The Continental Classic was happening. So it wasn't like I was gonna go to a bad show, you know. That's kind of almost impossible. with all these freaking matches they had going on. But
I
I was blessed.
I can't give him the promo of the year, man. I'm sorry. So many question marks with storylines. And then if you want to talk the business side of it, they ain't making no money like WWE. Even though WWE being some hoes and charging you up the ass, you still just the money and revenue they're doing with the Cena run and the Roman, bringing Roman back and ESPN and all that yada yada. You can't, come on now. Like, nah, you can't give it to AEW. You just can't. In ring wise, product, yes. Storylines, nah. Even though you got the Hangman one.
Oh yeah, you got the Hangman one. You got
just now getting the MJF one right. Even though you screwed him with the Hurt Business earlier.
I guess an MJF one, but you've got the, what is it called? The Death Riders. You have a Death Rider story going on. You have a story. Huh? Oh,
we'll see. What's the Wednesday? Lord. But to me, they just messed that one up.
They got the Death Stories. They got the Death Rider story that's still ongoing. They got the Don Callis family story that's still ongoing. That's going to be going into Wrestle Kingdom, like this Friday or Sunday. Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom is this Sunday. So I mean, we'll see what goes on at Wrestle Kingdom, but that's kind of playing out in front of us right now too. So there's still a lot of storylines going on.
It's there. New Year's Eve, so I don't plan on really watching Dynamite. But if I find out that they did a $5,000 match, $500,000 match with the Death Riders versus whoever, a $500,000 All-Star match, and nothing happens from it, I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna just be like, "I told you so." And we don't hear nothing about this promo from Sunday. Nothing. We just okay. I'm just letting you know, my guy pushing the building was good.
What up, Push?
I'm just saying right now, because just the Cena, they, even though it got a little rocky, thanks to The Rock. But I don't know. Let me think about this now. Because Seth and Punk was strong. Kevin Owens and Randy was strong. Kevin Owens and Cody was strong. And then KO got hurt.
KO got hurt.
You kind of put the bloodline back together for a little minute.
Punk and Rollins was good, and then Rollins got hurt. But before Rollins got hurt, I would say that it was starting to go downhill when AJ and Becky started involving themselves. And my whole thing with that is that the Vision took like a sidebar at that point, you know, because it really should have been about Punk and the Vision, but then all of a sudden we want to get, you know, Rollins and his wife in so we can get AJ back in here. And then before they had any time to do anything, Rollins was hurt. So all this stuff with like Cena's like heel turn that just ended up like not being great and kind of taking a lot of time away from Cody. There's just a lot of, I don't know. There's too many things that are happening in WWE for me to confidently give them the promotion of the year.
Naomi's heel turn was great. And then she got pregnant.
Yep. You see?
Bailey, I don't know what the storyline with her. She came back like she had two personalities, and that never really followed up with that.
Yep.
Jay winning the title and going on his run was great, and then they took it away from him and put him back in the tag team with his brother.
There's an asterisk to all these storylines in WWE. You know, at least these storylines, some of the storylines in AEW are still ongoing, but the ones that have finished, and they finished definitively. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we've really seen that since the, I think that's maybe what's been missing is like a good definitive ending to a story like we got with the Bloodline. You know, I mean, that was a long ass payoff, but it worked out. But like, we are having trouble really getting something started here, and they're trying that with the Vision, but it's not really playing out, you know. You said the wrong.
Because it's so much inconsistent stuff on both of them. But I guess I give it towards AEW, man. I guess. But business wise, I would have to go.
Business wise, all hands down, all day.
Yeah, WWE.
Listen, AEW, in no place to start charging people like $300 for balcony tickets. Okay, right now that's not happening. So,
I give into that. Initial thought was no, but I give into that. I don't know, bro. NXT, because I loved NXT up until like the last month. Like NXT was my favorite show to watch for majority of the year up until like the last month, where I just kind of like, all right. So I take that back. I'm gonna give it to NXT.
Okay.
Runner up CMLL over the okay. CMLL. Come on, bro. Legacy Award, John Cena. Can't argue with that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's last year, so yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's really nothing else. This little crybaby make everything about me, head ass boy. I'm getting tired of Cody down. Getting tired of just like Drew said on that tweet. Oh, is the camera still on? Let me stay right here. Get this shot.
Shoot.
Everything about him, dog. This guy get on my nerves now, man. I can't stand him. Shit, go on and turn him heel so I can boo.
Yeah, Lee.
Yeah, Lee just sitting there making everything about him. Get him. I ain't even gonna push play on that. Okay, that's it. So those are the awards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think we agree with. I think it's about 50-50. We agree with him. Yeah, but that Tony Storm best on the mic, dude. Stop.
Not sure about that one, but
FTR, I disagree with that one. Comeback Performer of the Year, I disagree with that one. Breakout Wrestler of the Year, I can see why they said that.
I agree with that one.
Yeah, but even though I disagree with that one, but yeah. All right. Well, there it is, man. Appreciate y'all joining. We got Monday Night Raw tonight. Happy holidays for those that celebrating, man. Y'all be safe out there. Don't be doing nothing crazy. Appreciate you tapping in, man. I see you on the red app and the purple app. Purple app starting to come in a little bit now. Or actually, it's the red app that's coming in. Because everybody is, getting off work or whatnot. So whatever you miss, you can always watch the replay. Push. I forgot to send the invite link so y'all could join, but we had so much to talk about. It was gonna be too long anyway. So this was so slanted. Yeah, bro. It was definitely AEW heavy. But some of it made sense when you actually go through it, man. Real quick. We play some true or false and we getting up out of here.
Okay.
It's time to play True or False, where we agree if a statement is true.
I know you see me on the video.
Or if that statement is false.
Nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker.
Leave your comments. Let's go.
He said Tony paid them. Boy, y'all something else. All right. True or false off the top of the dome, man. Just from the conversation we had today, I'm gonna give you a scenario. It's either true or false, and we go on from there. Y'all leave comments in the comment section. Real simple. Ain't nothing hard. So let's go ahead and start. Freestyle off the top of the head. Nothing written down.
Okay.
True or false? CM Punk will be world champion at WrestleMania in 2026.
True.
So does he win it back? Oh, you already say he's going to beat Braun, right?
Yeah.
Does he lose it anytime before WrestleMania?
Does he lose it before Mania? No. I think he's gonna go into it. I think he's gonna go into Mania with the title. What happens at Mania, I have no idea. Depending on who he's going up against, I feel like he's gonna probably go up against Seth, and I think that he still is probably even going to leave Mania with the title if he's going up against Seth. So I think I'll still give him that. But
I got false. Braun Breaker is winning next week.
I think everybody keeps saying that.
Now I don't know if Braun's going into WrestleMania as champion, but Braun is winning next week, in my opinion. So I'm gonna say false, and I think Seth Rollins takes it back from Braun.
Okay, we'll see.
So, true or false? Austin Theory will be a champion by SummerSlam. Any champion.
Yeah,
What title he taking?
a tag title for sure. At minimum, him and Bronson. Bronson will probably be tag title champions, but I don't think he's getting a singles title. So
I guess we should just forget about Bronson and Braun being the team.
yeah. I think they've established right now that
But, okay, so what about Logan Paul then?
yeah. He could
I
get.
think he would be more of a tag champion with Logan.
I think that they would want him to be a singles person. I think that before Austin Creed, before he was taken off TV or whatever, I think that if he was in this group originally, I think there would have been a better shot of him having a singles title. Maybe, but now that they have Logan Paul, this guy has more star power. They're going to definitely give him a singles title before they do Austin Theory.
Okay. I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say by SummerSlam. I'm gonna say false. They're just gonna use him to, do whatever for whatever story. I don't think they give him a title. True or false? Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns will team up at some point in 2026.
Oh,
The biggest thorn to his side, little brother.
I feel like if I say yes, then that would mean. I don't know. I feel like saying yes means that Braun has to win the title in order for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I already said that I don't think he's winning the title from Punk. So I'll go ahead and say no, just to kind of further reiterate that. But that would be interesting if it did happen.
I think it's going to be a scenario, or it could be a scenario where it's Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar attacking either Roman or attacking Seth to the point where one or the other has to come out and help the other. And by default, they end up in the tag team.
Okay.
Or maybe War Games. Because they always find a way in War Games. So I'm going to lean towards true right now. Barely, though. True or false? Cody Rhodes will turn heel before the end of 2026.
False. I think they're just going to keep him face. He's like their John Cena. I don't think they're going to turn him. I think there might be moments where he gets angry, like really angry, and looks like he might turn heel, but I don't think they're ever going to turn him heel. I would love it. I remember Cody's heel turn in ROH. He was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Even in New Japan, he was amazing, but I don't think we're going to see it in WWE. And I think about all the time that he had to turn heel when he was in AEW before he left the company. They never even did that. So you said, please be true.
Okay. Oh, so you say false on that. So true or false, the fans turn on Cody before the end of 2026.
True. I see that happening. I definitely see that happening. It's already starting. So
in the arena?
Not in the arena. Definitely online, which is
I don't worry about online.
I was gonna say a small percentage of the fans, but like I feel like it's gonna start trickling down in the arenas at some point. So I can definitely see that happening in 2026.
Okay. True or false? Jey Uso turns on Jimmy Uso before the end of the year.
Oh, before the end of
2026. I'm
okay,
sorry.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I see that.
I don't trust nothing in wrestling no more. Like I don't trust nobody's storyline right now. Even TNA with Mike Santana winning the title, and they just took it right off of him for Kazarian. Why would you do that? And then Santana turned around and said, "Oh, I'm coming for my belt, but I'm gonna go through the NXT guys first." Why? We already went through months of you chasing this title. So apparently he's fighting Kazarian here in Dallas at Genesis. So hopefully he wins it back then. And I was gonna ask him about that if I did my interview with him last week. Why are you going after the NXT guys versus going straight after Kazarian? So it might have been a good thing that interview went through last minute. So because I was gonna ask some real questions, and I was gonna let him know the fans don't appreciate you losing the title, and all of a sudden we got to go back on this journey with you again. I was gonna tell him all of that, and if I interview him next week, like they say, I'm gonna still tell him that.
Okay.
So,
everybody look out for that interview.
If that Santana interview goes down like it's supposed to, trust me, y'all gonna hear me. It ain't gonna be none of that kiss ass stuff. I'm gonna just be like, hey, bro, this is what it is. Santana seems like the type of guy you can talk to like that. So I'm just saying. And if not, oh well, what they gonna do? I already got the interviews recorded. So but, it is what it is. The fans turn on Cody. That was the last one, right? I'm gonna say true, because if Cody keeps beating people like Drew McIntyre, and people like if Kevin Owens come back and he beat him again, what if he beats Randy Orton? They'll turn on him. True or false? Randy Orton will be world champion again before the end of 2026.
False. I don't see that happening.
What is he at? 14 right now?
Yeah. He would need 3 more in order to tie Cena.
You don't think Randy get 15 and tie Triple H?
Is Triple H at 15?
I believe he is.
Oh wow. I don't know, man. I don't think so.
What the hell? Randy's on roller coasters and stuff right now. He ain't like he out here living.
I thought he was hurt. Wasn't he hurt? The last time I saw him, he was training
roller coasters with his family.
Last time I saw him, he was training Ice Speed to be a wrestler.
That too. I saw that too. Oh Lord, Speed will be back in the Royal Rumble.
Probably. I mean, he's been getting jacked. I don't know if you've been seeing him recently, but this time, if he's in the ring, he's not going to look as small as he did before when he got killed, bro. Oh my God. Whew.
True or false? Usos win a tag team championships again in 2026.
I could see that happening. True.
DJ turns.
Yeah, after they lose. Yeah. I just don't want to see them. I would rather this ended sooner rather than later, but I can see them winning the title. They could go that route.
True or false? Street Profits split up and Montez Ford finally gets his singles run 2026.
False. I don't see that happening.
Dang.
Yeah, not unless creative changes on SmackDown, and I just don't see that going down anytime soon. So I think that SmackDown in 2026 is going to be, at a very, very big down point for them. Worse than they were this year.
Dang.
So yeah.
Oh, this is a 2-part question here. True or false? The next 2 women's Royal Rumble winners will be Bianca Belair in 26, Naomi in 27. It's kind of tough for 26 because I don't know how Bianca's finger is doing. Which that was a weird tear. Did you see her fingers? That was weird.
Was it?
Like her knuckles is like it was.
Wasn't
real.
it? It was her knuckles that got jacked up. Yeah. Okay. I definitely. I think it's so hard to predict Naomi's placement in this. I don't think that Bianca comes back. If Bianca does come back, I don't think she. Well, Jade's the champion.
I'm about to say the Jade. That's what I'm thinking about.
So
somebody got to come back. One of those 2 got to come back for Jade.
Who's the other? Man, Stephanie. Man, who? Man,
Stephanie probably won't be champion 27 though. I say Naomi in 27.
No, I know in 27. I'm just thinking right now. I feel like Bianca's the only choice for somebody to win the Rumble this year. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'll agree to Bianca for this year's Rumble, and for next year's Rumble, I don't see Naomi. I don't see Naomi winning. So
this year is in Saudi Arabia, right?
It sure is.
Oh Lord, I don't know now.
She gonna get booed out of that building if she wins.
Yeah, they booed Jade when she won Queen of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
They racist as hell. Yeah. Now that we say that, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna say false on Bianca too, for more reasons than one. Now, Naomi, I still think Naomi, because how many months she's pregnant now? She would have had the baby. That'd be almost a year after the baby too.
And then she's gonna probably have to go back to getting and she hit the gym and stuff like that. I don't know how long that process is gonna take, but
I'm trying to think when Becky came back.
Becky took a while though. I feel like Becky took a lot. No, who was it that took a really long time? Alexa Bliss. She was out for 2 years.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss took
that
a
was
long
different.
time.
That was different. Yeah.
Becky came back pretty fast.
Yeah, in comparison, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna still say yes for Naomi. 2027. I think that's when her comeback is the Royal Rumble 2027. I wouldn't bring her back no earlier. Let her, have time with the baby and all that stuff. Deal with. Hopefully, she don't have postpartum and all that, but we'll see. True or false? Roman Reigns will be world champion again. At the end of WrestleMania next year, 2026.
Roman Reigns will be the champion at the end of 2026.
At the end of WrestleMania for 2026.
True. I can see that. I can see that happening. I feel like they're going to go back to that because of what was working, and they're kind of in a panic mode right now with John Cena leaving. I feel like they had a failsafe with John Cena's last year, and now that they're done with it, they're going to want to go back to what worked before, And I think that could be a good thing for Triple H and stuff like that. I think you have the bloodline, so you can go back to that story, and you have very dependable people that'll carry the company until you can figure out, have a solid plan on what you want to do after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because they need to figure out where to take this beyond the bloodline, because you can't keep going back to the well too many times.
Yeah,
it'll be good, but.
Well, it is. I can't think of no more at the top of the brain. So appreciate everybody coming through. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank you for the comments, all the likes. Appreciate you. Dark, anything you want to shout out before we get up out of here?
Everybody have a good New Year's. If you go out, stay safe. If you're at home, go ahead and drink yourself to oblivion.
If you go drink, do it at home.
Exactly.
Definitely do it at home, man. No sports podcast this week because we might do it Tuesday. Actually, we might do it tomorrow because New Year's. We'll see. We might do it tomorrow morning. So I'll double check with that. Let y'all know, man. Appreciate y'all. If you haven't followed my guy Dark on Twitch, his name is right there on the screen. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you follow him on Twitter as well. So doing this thing. This man out here in Carolina now living it up, man. He out here living
70
it up,
degrees
man.
in December, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go.
So I'm definitely happy for the bro, man. He out here in the relationship and everything. He out here killing
hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he out here
all wife
living it
up
up
now too. Yeah.
Yeah. He out here living it up, man. So shout out to my guy Dark. Let me see on Twitch if I can raid. I've never raided from this software before. Let me see if I can do that now. And then as far as the Red app, I think I'm just gonna be off. I don't see no raid option at all for the Red app. Before I do, let me check one thing. But I definitely appreciate y'all and show love to whoever I raid, man. And just hit the follow button, tell them hi. You ain't got to stay there the whole time. Yeah, but just do that and it'll help us out too. So we're about to start. I'm gonna start back streaming sometime this week, man. I'm video games, wrestling, whatever. I'm gonna try to get back on this Twitch thing, man. It's been a minute, so been way too long. I've been going back seeing clips on Facebook and stuff. Like, dang, we had a blast back then. So yeah, we go build that back up, hopefully, and then we'll go from there. So until next time, man. Hold on, let me get this raid going. Let me hit this start raid. My boy LaDerrick Jr., man, he one of the funniest Madden creators out here. And he cool people, so he be playing kids. Them kids be cussing them out, bro. So make sure y'all join his raid and hit a follow button. And until next time, y'all be safe, man. We are out. If I can find the exit.
Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
The biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest.
It's called a promo, kid.
Shut your
And
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it. So go ahead.